Some gold-plated chains would make a nice retirement gift for a very, very good slave. Well,
Are you serious?
Well, this was written.
Are you serious?
This was written years ago.
Did you just write that?
I didn't write it.
Did you just say that?
No, I read it, yes.
You read that?
I know. I walked through blood and bones in the streets of Manhattan trying to find my brother.
Jesus.
Yeah, he was in northern Canada.
This is cool. So the news, we're going to talk about the news.
So we have business news. Facebook founder Mark Zuckerberg is facing a $1 billion tax bill this year. Now that's
He pays $1 billion in taxes?
in tax. That's a lot of money.
Good problem to have, right, Tom?
That's not bad.
God damn.
Absolutely. $1 billion.
$1 billion, that's more than my dad made in his lifetime.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. This guy's carping about that. In the airport, I met Matlock.
Matlock is Andy Griffin.
Yeah, Andy, he used to call himself Andy Griffin. Now he goes by Ben Matlock.
He really calls himself Ben Matlock.
But I went into the airport and he was in there, and you know the bookstores they have in the airports?
Yeah, sure.
So he's in there. He's reading one of them big thick books. You know, smart guy. You know. So I'm standing over there. I'm leafing through a Jughead comic. I see him over there. So I think to myself, I say, hey, I'm going to sidle up beside old Ben Matlock.
Yeah.
And I'm going to grab one of them big books myself. He didn't have to know nothing.
Sure.
Pretty soon we get in a conversation. We start talking, and I find out how he ever solved that case where Claude Akins killed. You remember, anyways. Whatever. I wanted to talk to him.
Right.
So take 10 minutes. I'm talking to him. He's very friendly, very outgoing, and everything like that. And it was really nice. And all of a sudden, I realized it wasn't Ben Matlock at all.
Really? It's not Andy Griffith?
Yeah, just some old man. And now, don't you think that this guy has a moral, responsibility to tell people instantly that he's not Matlock?
I don't know.
Does he
That's a good question.
I don't know why people are gay. You don't know. Do you know why you're heterosexual? You don't know why.
No, I don't know. Wow.
Maybe the abnormal gene would be hetero.
That's true. Hey, maybe the normal gene would be those
Maybe
ladies
it would be normal to be gay.
that cut their cocks into vaginas.
No, if you're looking to make it in standard television, you're not going the right route.
No.
You're not going the right route here.
Once I get on Hulu.
You're not sending this tape to CBS, are you?
No, once I get on Hulu, the whole act changes. No. Do you know that you are a cis male? Have you ever heard of that term?
A cis male?
Cis male. C-Y-S-M-A-L-E. So what it means is that you are a man. You're born a man.
Well, as far as you know.
As far as I know. And you identify yourself as a man.
Yes.
That's a cis male.
Now, I don't understand. Where does that... Is this a new phrase?
Yes, it's a way of marginalizing a normal person.
We're running out of time, but I would be remiss here if I didn't bring up something. People have been bothering me about this for months and months. People come on the show and they say, the next time you see Norm Macdonald, he's got some tremendous stories about the great Bob Uecker. Now, do you have a story you can tell us about Bob Uecker? Voice of the Milwaukee Brewers.
Well, Bob Uecker is one of my best friends. He's a great man. I know Artie told a story when he was here, and Bob was not too thrilled with that. But
it's Artie Lang you're talking
Artie
about.
Lang, yeah. But Bob is a very, very funny man, and I often go in the booth with him, you know.
Oh, sure.
So one time we were there, and John Fogerty was in the audience. You know, a fortunate son, you know. So John Fogerty was there. So Bob Uecker is a very interesting guy. He thinks of everybody as the same. He doesn't think of people as stars or anything like that. He's a very down-to-earth guy. So he was talking to me, and he says, "Hey, man, you know that guy?" I go, "Yeah." He goes, "That's John Fogerty, rock and roll singer." So I go, yeah, I know who it is. He goes, "Yeah, man." He goes, "But I played in a golf tournament with him." He goes, "You probably think of him as some that likes to bite the heads off of chickens, but this guy can..."
That's exactly how I think of him.
This guy can get it out of the sand trap like nobody's business. So he goes, he's got a hell of a set of pipes on him. He goes, come the 7th inning stretch, I'll have him up here. He'll sing for you. So I said, no, Bob, don't do that. Like, don't have him come up and sing for me, please, you know. He goes, what's matter, man? Don't you even know who he is? He got all mad. So I go, yes, Bob, I know who he is. He did Creedence Clearwater Revival.
Yeah.
He goes, yeah, he did all that. Why is there an app for everything except how to rape a baby?
Jesus.
All joking aside, I know you love to joke, Bob Dole, you know, but that guy, he's a war hero, you know? Yeah. He gave his arm for his country. You know, he went through all these debilitating injuries during the war for his country. It was great. And in all fairness, though, Bill Clinton also, he had a kind of some war injuries.
Really?
You know? Yeah. When he was in England there during the Vietnam War, I heard he had a bad injury. He burned his mouth on a bong.
Really?
Of course, it was very inspiring to see President Clinton up here on crutches making a speech. I mean, I thought that was just amazing, you know. I mean, it's been difficult for the president. You know, he can't jog now, and he needs help getting around, and he still occasionally suffers great pain, you know. On the upside, you got your medical marijuana, so that's, you know. You must inhale, sir. It's the only way you're going to get better. Last week on Larry King Live, Marlon Brando made the shocking statement that Hollywood is, quote, run by Jews. In response, outraged Jewish organizations made it snow in New York in April. And here I am, you know, I look out, I see President Bill Clinton, you know, I see Secretary of State Madeleine Albright, you know, media mogul Rupert Murdoch, you know, broadcast legend Larry King, you know, pornographer Larry Flint, you know, Dick Morris. The list is starting to drop off a little, folks, but still, you get the idea. It's daunting. Show you how they go. Michigan, so you can do it to the camera or you can do it to me. It doesn't matter who you do it to. Michigan man Curtis Peterson received a 15-year prison sentence for having sex with his pet pit bull. What's that, lassie? Woof, woof. Grandpa got stuck in a well? Woof, woof. Oh, you got raped. They say the world's a smaller place than it used to be, but I think that's an optical illusion based on me becoming a big fat guy.
It's only now, if people were to Google a picture of Savile, knowing that he was a horrible pedophile and general all-round rotten person, that you'd look at it and you go, of course. I mean, now you look at it, yes, that makes perfect sense. I mean, with these like weird, he would wear like weird. About the pedophile. He would wear things a bit like this.
I knew the bit about the pedophile, but I didn't know about the all-around bad person part.
Yes, well, I suddenly realized that I couldn't remember all of his crimes.
There's Charles Woodson. How about that? And what a season he had. Great, man. He became the first defensive player to win the Heisman Trophy. And congratulations, Charles. That is something that no one can ever take away from you. Unless you kill your wife and a waiter, in which case, all bets are off. Just a word of advice.
Have you ever done anything in your long and storied career that you consider specifically to be in bad taste as you look back on it? Maybe at the time you thought it was a good play, but you look back on it and you think that was in bad taste. Well, sometimes, like in stand-up, I'll do jokes that are like one time I was doing this thing in San Francisco and they were all gay people in the audience. They told me, so I figured I'll do. In San Francisco? Yeah. No. So I figured I'd do stuff about gay people so that they could relate to it. Yeah, it's warm up. Right. They love that. And so I was talking about, because I went to this gay pride parade. And I saw in it there were these old men and old ladies like with these signs that said, "We are proud of our gay son," you know? And so I was saying, that's an odd thing to be proud of, you know, because it's not an achievement, you know? It's not like something you work all your life to be gay or anything like that.
I just wondered. I had a hard time believing that these 50, 60-year-old men are actually bragging, you know, at work like they're, hey, Bill, you know, my kid, oh my God, we're proud of him, Johnny. He graduated from Harvard, you know, first in his class, you know what I mean? Now he's articling over at a law firm, and oh yeah, he loves cock. You know? This kid. He can't get enough cock in his mouth, his ass, his kid's always cock. I got a picture of the boy here sucking another man's cock. I want to show it to you.
This Saturday, I don't know if you're aware of it, was 420, and so it was a madhouse over there.
It's April 20th?
No, 420. Yeah, it was April 20th, but 420. You know 420.
No, what's that?
How do you not know? You've never heard of 420? Well, it's a big deal. I mean, it's real popular in the culture right now, and everybody's wearing 420 shirts, and you see 420 bumper stickers, and everyone's talking about it. 420 is a code term used primarily in North America that refers to the consumption of cannabis, and by extension, a way to identify oneself with cannabis subculture. Observances based on the number 420 include smoking cannabis around the time 4:20 p.m. as well as on the date April 20th.
No, what date is that? What year?
This was around 1970.
No, this.
Anyway, a widely discussed story says that a group of teenagers in San Rafael, California, used the term in connection to a fall 1971 plan to search for an abandoned cannabis crop that they had learned about.
Huh? You know, dogs and humans love to run because it apparently gives them a natural high similar to that of marijuana, according to the University of Arizona.
Wow.
After running what are called cannabinoids, the chemical found in marijuana that gives you a feeling of euphoria, are higher in humans and dogs, and this encourages them to run again. To 7-Eleven for a Slurpee.
Veterinarians in Colorado have reported that marijuana use is on the rise amongst dogs. They say you'll know if your dog is too high if it starts making a really tall sandwich.
They like sweets better when they're high.
Yes, I don't know.
In England, a woman was arrested for throwing a birthday party for her 16-year-old son that included marijuana, alcohol, and strippers. Now she's got even bigger problems. What to do for his 17th birthday?
Whatever.
Oh, why
It
not?
smells like a fucking pot dispensary in here.
Oh, Norm, let's stay on track here. Let's stay on track. So it's been hard for me to get on.
I feel like I'm getting.
It's getting
You know
normal.
what I'm saying? I'm making sense.
It's not you, is it?
No.
No, I'm not going to. Let's move the show in a good order here.
But you don't seem. You seem different.
You know, okay, I'm going to go out. I'm going to go out of
It's
order.
okay. It doesn't matter.
No.
It doesn't
I'm going
matter.
to remember this.
It's legal. It's legal.
Okay, it has to do with what you just did.
Medicinal
Norm fucks
marijuana
with people.
is legal.
The most painful thing in the world for me is, and I realize, and it's so true, one of the most, not physical pain, but just mental pain, is waiting to talk. And that's what I was doing out there. You know, you're outside there, they're talking, but you're waiting to talk.
That's not all you were doing outside. It's legal. It's
Norm
legal.
asked-
It's legal.
I almost don't want to admit this because it makes him look so bad.
No, but
he
listen.
made me smoke pot, America. This is the truth. I don't believe in God, but my truth. My truth. Outside, he goes, come on, you'll smoke. I'm like, if you want me to smoke, I'll smoke. I didn't plan on it because I get chat. People that smoke pot more than you think, you're always fighting with them when you go, I only smoke pot 4 times a week. You're just saying it casually. They're like, you smoke more than that. Like, relax. What are you afraid? I'm not admitting I'm like you.
4 times a week seems like a lot.
Does it really?
A little.
Look into my eyes.
I'm serious. I'm very serious.
No, I don't know who Bill Boggs is. The name sounds familiar. Oh, shut up. What are the odds smoke came billowing out of my mouth after half an hour? Really? You think your audience is that dumb? They're going to sit home and go, oh, my God, Todd Glass, a half an hour into his interview, smoke came billowing out of his mouth. Do you think we stopped saying N-rig, which means, you know, or N-rich, or nigger-rich, or nigger-rig, which were terms that some people are going, were they terms? Because, well, it's a fine. Or do you think we just shouldn't use people?
What they say when you,
Most
hey,
people-
stop with that joint there, you're getting spit out of it.
So, no, hold on a second.
Huh?
So most people would say that we stopped those things because it was egregious.
Yes.
I know what I'm saying.
You know, I know.
And so you
I
have
was
to
trying to
say.
give you another
so
example.
if the,
My friend, he would get stoned and he'd go, oh, I thought of all these ideas and everything, you know, but I never write them down. So he goes, I'm going to write them down. I'm going to have a little notebook and write down whatever I think is funny, you know? And so he said he woke up one day after getting really stoned, and on his pad he had written, "That's really funny." 420 was the birthday of Austrian-born German politician and the leader of the National Socialist German Workers' Party, a fella went by the name of Adolf Hitler. But this guy, there's a picture of him. Adolf Hitler, very compelling kind of a figure. Odd-looking duck, but there's something about his eyes. Hypnotic. His eyes are almost entirely black. He was a decorated veteran of World War I. And he joined the war. Hold the fort. He hated Jews. I'm sick of these kind of characters. I think we should kill Hitler. Me and you, go suicide, kill him.
Yeah, it was like died 50 years ago, probably.
Did he? I didn't even know he was sick.
He wasn't. Well, no, that's fine.
I wish I could find a Hitler of today and go kill him. Do you want to hear a joke?
Yeah, of course.
Well, a frog. You know how you talk about outlandish. How about this? A frog goes into a bank to get a loan.
Imagine.
So the frog goes up to the lady, and she has a little name tag on, as they do. It says Whack. So her name is Mrs. Whack. So, can I get a loan? I don't know, you're a frog. Well, I want a loan. Well, what's your name? Kermit. You're not Kermit the Frog. No, no, no. I was named after him. The name's Kermit Jagger. My father's Mick Jagger, and my mother's a frog. He fucked a frog. and I'm his offspring. You see? Well, anyways, I want a loan for a lily pad. Well, you can't, I don't know if you can have one. Do you have any collateral? Well, I have this. The frog pulls out a little shiny pink elephant, you know, and a little shiny pink elephant. This is my collateral. So Mrs. Whack looks at it, and her name's Patty. I don't think this is much collateral, you know, but I'll talk to the bank manager about it, you know. There's a frog out there, Kermit Jagger, gave me this damn thing. Did you know, have any idea what this is? The bank manager says, let me see now. What is this? This is a knick-knack, Patty Whack. Give the frog a loan. His old man's a rolling stone.
So much involved. A lot of moving parts. Yeah, a lot of, it all came together there.
When we return, David Spade will be with us.
Last week, the United Artists Cinema chain agreed to make 300 of its theaters more accessible to people with disabilities. Also, disabled patrons will no longer have to buy an extra ticket for their wheelchair. Good. About time they overturned that barbaric practice. Okay. Grocery and department stores across America have added reserved parking spaces for expectant mothers. Especially excited about this innovation are handicapped drivers, who will finally get to park in someone else's space. Meanwhile, 5,000 disabled Americans were in Washington last week to protest doctor-assisted suicide. On a sad note, the demonstration turned ugly when all 5,000 disabled people fought over 2 handicapped parking spaces. I told you, it was sad. It was announced last week that New Jersey is to be the site of the 2014 Special Olympics. The games will feature over 3,500 athletes competing for 2 parking spots.
Meet anybody, any heroes of yours, meet any big celebrities?
Yeah, I met Larry Flint. He's not my hero, but he's a guy. He's a famous guy.
Sure, he's famous. He's well known.
Yeah, I enjoy meeting famous guys,
sure.
You know. And he came out, he's in a wheelchair, and he talks like this. He goes, "Wah, wah." But he was, it's not his fault. It's not his fault.
No, I know.
He was shot. So Larry Flint was there, right? So afterwards, I went up to Larry Flint, and I'm very uncomfortable around anyone's, wheelchair.
Why?
Or any sick person.
You're worried about it. You don't know what to say. You don't know if to address it or not.
Yeah, and I'm worried about my own mortality.
You think it's almost infectious?
Yes, I really do believe that they don't tell you how many contagious things there are. He said, because I was in the movie The People Against Larry Flint.
Versus Larry. You were in the movie. The People versus. There was a famous movie, and you're in it.
I was in it. I was one of the people that was versusing him.
Okay.
So I said to him, he said to me, hey, no, he's a good guy. He's a good guy. So I got close up to him, which you have to do with these fellas, and I said, "Hi, Larry," and he said, "Hi." So I said, "No, of course." I just agreed with him. Anyways, he said to me, he said, "Whenever you're out in California, come on over, I'll take care of you." No, but this is what he said to me, Conan. He goes, when you're in Los Angeles, I told him I was coming to Los Angeles. He goes, when you're in Los Angeles, he goes, look me up. He goes, I'll take care of you.
Whenever people say that, you think, that means nothing, but coming from him.
Now, my Uncle Basil, if he said, hey, anytime you're in the Ottawa Valley, come on over, I'll take care of you, that would mean he would make me a nice mincemeat pie, and Aunt Ida would play on the piano, and it'd be a heck of a thing. But when Larry Flint says, I'll take care of you, I assume that means I'll be having sex with an odd-looking lady, and then he'll come in whacking off on his wheelchair.
Well,
but he's a wonderful guy. Like if my Uncle Phil told me that from Minneapolis, I'd think if he went, hey, I'll take care of you when you come to Minneapolis, that means I'll make you a nice chicken pot pie. But Larry Flint, that means, I'll get you a couple of hot, dirty broads, and then while you're having sex with them, I'll come into my wheelchair. Who knows what it means?
Okay.
You say I don't listen. I tell you I try. And we both got our own problems, but I still try.
I think the supplementary edition of a masturbating, voyeuristic, bewildered Larry Flint is that's conjecture. But I think what is reasonable, Norm, is that him saying I'll take care of you. Because if it was like a man that ran like a vegetable store, I'll take care of you, you might think that you're going to get some beets, some juices. I don't think you'd be paying for the pornography. I think a friendship with Larry is a portal to pornography.
Oh, absolutely.
A portal.
I see. And I'll tell you something.
You are something.
You have a friend in that man right there, Andy Richter.
Yes, I do. He's a good friend of me. Thank you. He's a good friend.
Yeah, and when I came to Hollywood, Andy was a good friend to me.
Oh, he was nice to you when you first came here?
He was absolutely. We had nothing, We were just starting out. I was working at Artie's Deli coffee shop.
Bussing tables, you know, and stuff like that. And he was always there to help me and stuff. He was the first guy I actually met. He was he had some pilot on the TV and stuff, and he was really so sweet to me, you know. And he said, I want to invite you over to a Hollywood party. No, I was just a farm boy from Canada, you know.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, Canada, yeah. And a big nation up to the north.
Sure, yes. Powerful nation. Lovely people.
So I said, wow, here's my, Andy Richter's going to show me, I'm going to go to a Hollywood party. How exciting, you know? So he said, yeah, he said, it's going to be a pretty wild party. You know, I'm not used to wild parties. I said, what is a wild party there? You know, I don't get out much. He says, oh, you know, he's like a little drinking, a little fighting, a little fornicating, you know? Yeah. I said, wow, man, that sounds pretty good. I said, what time should I show up? He goes, anytime, it's just the two of us. Now,
Came over, didn't you? A little fighting, a little fornicating. What's he, an old pirate all of a sudden? Ah.
You notice how I didn't say it's 11.
Hey!
No, because it's 11:30.
It's the Tonight Show now, buddy boy.
That's what I'm trying to point out. It's 11:30.
Thanks for pointing that out. That was great of you.
You want to hear my dad's favorite joke?
Yeah.
He says he was from the farm, you know, and he says a guy comes from the city. City slicker comes and he buys a farm, and the farmer next door comes over to him and says, hey now, would you like to come over to my house tonight? We're going to have a big shindig for you because, you know, we're neighborly here. And the city guy said, well, this is something that's I really like, you know, that this is why I moved to the farm, to have things like this, you know. Guy says it'll be a hell of a big party, you know. He goes, it'll be, you know, a little drinking, a little fighting, a little fucking, you know. And the city guy goes, well, that sounds good. What time should I be here? And the farmer goes, anytime you like, just the two of us. So they would drink, then get in a fight, and fuck.
It's your dad's favorite joke.
That was my dad's favorite joke.
He said, welcome to the neighborhood. I know it's not exactly a neighborhood. I live 40 miles from here. But if you're interested, tomorrow night I'm throwing a welcome to the neighborhood bash. There's going to be a lot of barbecue, some drinking, some dancing, and some wild sex. Would you like to come? And Morty said, sure, but what should I wear? The cowboy said, it doesn't make any difference. It's just going to be the two of us.
U.S. Air is beginning a campaign to restore passenger confidence. I think just two little words will do that. We've landed. Airline travelers' complaints have risen 22% over the last year. The single most common complaint was, they lost my baggage, followed closely by, I didn't like being in that fiery plane crash. A new airport planned for San Diego would actually be located 3 miles out in the Pacific Ocean, built on 40 by 20-foot floating cylinders. It's all part of a plan by city officials to have a huge disaster. As of next week, ValueJet Airlines says it will discontinue service to Mobile, Alabama. According to airline executives, this cost-cutting measure is expected to save the company over $200. After American Airlines decided this week to cut fares by 50%, the 4 other major airlines said they would match the bargain ticket prices. Also fighting to stay competitive, discount carrier ValueJet announced that it will now accept stolen credit cards and bad checks. Blimpies has started supplying subs for Delta Airlines to serve on its flight, and in return, Delta is giving Blimpies barf bags to hand out in its restaurants. In an interview last week, administrators of the FAA, David R. Hinson, explained why English is the only language used by pilots around the world. It turns out all the other languages are weird. Can't even hardly understand most of them. In honor of this year's Academy Awards, Carnival Airlines is offering anyone named Oscar a free flight to or from Los Angeles. The airline had tried a similar promotion in the past for the Tony Awards, but according to airline spokesmen, they found that their planes were packed with too many, quote, greasy Italians. The Federal Aviation Administration has come up with a list of 30 changes to make air travel safer. Number 1 on the list, no more crashes. They've decided to... This week, TWA announced plans to reconstruct the Boeing 747 that exploded in Flight 800. Man, talk about cheap, huh? These characters. Trying to save a few bucks by rebuilding a... It's ridiculous. I don't know what I'm talking about. In order to cut down on in-flight fatalities, American Airlines has decided to upgrade the medical kits on all its planes. Each kit will now contain common life-saving drugs, a heart defibrillator, and a spare plane. In aviation news, a new study suggests there might be more survivors of plane crashes if all seats were equipped with airbags. According to the study, this is especially true for plane crashes under 50 miles per hour. The other ones, it doesn't do much good. A top aviation watchdog group warned this week that the nation's airlines are vulnerable to terrorist attack. The biggest problem, apparently, watchdog groups pointing out to terrorists that airlines are vulnerable to attack. That's all right.
2 months later, we still haven't found Malaysia Airlines Flight 370. This looks like the work of Joran Vandersloot. Remember that character?
Yes. No.
You don't remember him?
He's one who allegedly, well, he...
Now, this is a different Malaysian, not Air Force joke.
The pilot's last words, I've had it with these motherfucking snakes on a motherfucking plane. That could be, yeah, that could be. You're giving me these great jokes, okay. Malaysian Flight 370 is still missing. You know where they're going to find it? The last place they look.
Now, is that the best one?
Kind of a,
or is this better? There's two Malaysians. We can't
That's a joke kind of joke. Why did you find something? Why is it always the last place you look? Because you stop looking.
A Joe Pine
So that's
joke?
a joke. That's a comment. That's a very bright joke.
It's not only a joke, it's a comment. The search continues in the Indian Ocean for the Malaysian Airlines Flight 370 as they listen and try to follow the pings. These guys sound like me always listening for pings. The pings are my Chinese neighbors. Jim and Ellen.
You know, I'm old enough to remember back to simpler, more innocent times when the worst thing you'd hear about the news was hijacked jetliners flying into buildings.
Oh, now, Gilbert, you're going to get into trouble again.
It takes forever, not forever, but it takes years of training to get a pilot's license. But it only takes a couple of minutes to steal a pilot's jacket and hat. And then do some, terrorist act, I guess.
Yeah, I guess I was not living because I was thinking it was going to be a terrorist.
You were worried about a terrorist act.
I was a little nervous.
Did you see Olympus Has Fallen?
No.
This week I learned, just because I masturbated to that picture of a guy falling to his death on 9/11 doesn't mean I have to share it.
Hey, for the 9th consecutive year, Nick, JetBlue Airlines ranked first for satisfaction among all North American airlines. But you know what ranked least in satisfaction? 9/11 Airlines. What a terrible name for an airline. It reminds me of that tragedy.
Oh, 9/11.
Yeah, don't laugh at 9/11
What?
again. 9/11. I tried to tell him not to laugh. Adam. I know. I walked through blood and bones in the streets of Manhattan trying to find my brother.
Jesus.
Yeah, he was in northern Canada.
This is a fun story. I'll give you this. I don't think I've ever told this one. I was writing like bad sketch jokes my like first year in LA with a friend of mine at the Coffee Bean. I don't even think it's there anymore, across from the mall. And it's late and they're about to close down. And in walks Norm Macdonald. And the girl says to me, who I'm writing with, this girl that I worked with at a production company, she says to me, she goes, "Oh yeah, you know who that is, right?" And I go, "Holy fuck, holy shit." And she goes, "That's the Bob Dole guy." I go, "The Bob Dole guy?"
Oh, I would have ripped her eyes out.
Hey, I'm Bob Dole. And pipe down, you damn hoodlum.
I mean, I was like, "It's fucking Norm Macdonald." And
Yeah.
she's like, "No, I know, I forgot his name." I was like,
Oh,
what?
God.
So we sit there and I'm kind of fanboying out and I'm just kind of, like not trying to face him and he's ordering coffee and I keep kind of looking over just to like, cause you just want to get a glimpse. Cause when I'm 22, I just moved to LA. I was like, fuck, holy shit, it's Norm Macdonald. He comes in there where the coffee is. He looks over. She's a pretty girl. Okay. And obviously doesn't see me at all. Doesn't know I exist. And he's kind of trying to talk her up a little bit. He's like, "Hey, what are you guys doing?" And she goes, "Oh, we're writing sketches." And he goes, "Oh yeah, I know a thing or two about sketches." And both of us were like, "Yeah, no, we know." Like, and I started stumbling. I'm like, "No, I was a fan of your sketches,"
right. Yeah.
And he goes, "Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna go next door. I'm gonna get a Steinbeck novel, Barnes and Noble. There used to be a Barnes and Noble. He goes,
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a Steinbeck novel." I'm laughing, thinking he's just making jokes. And he goes, I'll be back. Okay, I'll be back." And he
Yeah.
walks out, and I'm like, "Whoa, how fucking cool was that?" Hand to God, he comes back in with a Steinbeck novel. And sits down by us and just starts talking.
Oh my God.
I swear on my life.
Oh my God.
It was almost like you started a Norm engine and he just wanted to talk. So he just started talking and talking and talking and telling stories. And I shouldn't tell it, like, I don't want to fuck it up, but the best story he told, I said, "What was your most, like, secret fun thing that happened at SNL that, like, like, what was some inside shit?" And he goes, Smigel and I, Robert Smigel. If you don't know who Robert Smigel is, he's Triumph the Insult Comic Dog.
Mr. Rickles, this may be presumptuous on my part, but I would be so honored. May I sniff your butt?
He goes, Smigel and I, we used to write sketches for Tracy, because we knew Tracy Morgan. We knew Tracy, he was bad in table reads. He couldn't read for shit. He's a fucking stumble through words, So one time we wrote this sketch that we knew was going to tank. Lauren hated it. And we showed it to Tracy anyway because we knew he had trouble reading. He had someone helping him read. He had bad time with S's. So we wrote this sketch about this guy who's like a gay animal handler named Brian Fellows. Do you remember that sketch?
Yeah.
Brian Fellows?
Brian Fellows spent 4 years in Thailand as a volunteer for and later director of the Southeast Asian Animal Rescue Project. He subsequently served as Director of Animal Operations at the San Diego Zoo and Undersecretary of the Interior for Wildlife Management.
Brian Fellows, Brian Fellows, Brian Fellows, Safari Planet.
And he goes, if you look, the best part for us was it was Brian Fellows, 'S, Safari Planet. It was 3 S's in a row is the sketch that we pitched. So in the room, even though the sketch was bad, we knew Tracy would go, Brian Fellows, this is Brian Fellows.
I'm Brian Fellow! Yes, I'm well aware, and I didn't mean to insinuate anything by that. I apologize.
Oh, that's okay. Let me tell you, I once saw a video of a monkey washing a cat. That's crazy!
Okay. All right, this is nuts. You have clearly overstated your credentials.
I'm Brian
wasting
Fellow.
my time here.
I'm Brian
out,
Fellow. Good, go and take that monster with you and tell him to stop smiling at me.
And Norm goes, he goes, that is the funniest thing. We used to fuck with Tracy all the time. And dude, I was like, my heart was filled with comedy warmth.
Yeah.
This is the most wild part. Again, I don't believe that this happened. To myself, I'm going, this is a lie. You're making this up.
Right.
But she's my proof. We walk out when they finally close the doors. After they're like, Mr. McDonald, you can stay. The Coffee Bean kids are sitting just listening. We all walk outside, and he starts taking off, kind of headed north on La Cienega. And as a joke, my friend goes, do you want to ride? Are you walking? And he goes, no, I don't want to get in the car with you. And we start laughing, and he goes, okay, shotgun. And he comes and runs, sits in the front seat.
No.
I swear to God on my life.
Oh my God.
Her car. I'm sitting in the back seat. and he's showing us where to go, and we drop him off at his house, and at this complex, and he gets out and he kind of opens the door, and we didn't say anything the whole car ride.
Right.
We just listened to him going, left here, right here, and he gets out and he turns and looks in the car, and all he said, he just goes, "Good luck," or whatever, and closes the door.
Wow.
Yeah, that was my Norm Macdonald moment in comedy. But because he was one of those guys that I was like, when he did Weekend Update, I was like, that's the funniest guy to read.
He was the best at that.
Yeah, because
I don't find it funny. He was the only person that I found funny in that position.
Because he didn't care. The jokes were him making a joke about the joke.
Right. I think that's
how
what it was.
funny it was.
Yeah.
And after I saw him do that, I thought that's the guy that can write jokes better than anybody that I didn't know anyone that could write a joke like that, where it's like, it's really clever, it's funny, but he throws it in the trash. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like he wrote it, he's like, and throws it away.
You know, they edit it and they put it together and they ask you questions that maybe you don't want to answer.
Right.
And they put things together that you're saying, and you know, I'm a fucking dumb guy. I get confused and shit. So they were asking me about a whole bunch of things at the same time.
Well, they were asking you about Louis C.K.
Yes.
and Roseanne. Now,
Yes.
Roseanne was someone who gave you one of your first breaks in
My
show
very
business.
first job, yes.
You were actually writing
I
on
love
Roseanne.
Yes.
And Louis is a friend of yours.
Louis is, you know, the greatest comic there is.
And in the defense of them, somehow you got to this point where you said,
Well,
hey,
it wasn't really a defense of them. They asked me, what do you think of Roseanne, you know, what she did and, how she's doing. That's what they asked.
Yes.
Because I've been in touch with her.
Yeah.
So the day it happened, I phoned Roseanne because I know Roseanne, and she was crying and she was so, you know,
upset
and heartbroken. You know, I felt so bad. And so I said, I don't know what to say to you, Roseanne, because I've never been through this, you know? And I said, let me ask a friend of mine that's been through this. And I was talking about Louis C.K.
Yeah.
Now, Roseanne had been really hard on Louis C.K.
yes, when he was in his controversy, she blasted his
and
ass.
this was before he got, you know, written up.
Yeah.
She said, she named him. She said, fucking Louis C.K. is doing a lot of bad things. So,
so you had the idea that they should talk to one another.
Louis did. I talked to Louis, and I said, I was worried about Roseanne. Because I talked to her for 2 hours in a row. I was just crying the whole time. And I was like, I'm kind of worried about Roseanne. You know, she's not the strongest person mentally.
Right.
And Louis said, I think...
real bad sexual abuse.
I do too, Howard.
Rape, everything.
Yes.
And they go through...
It destroys
their life. They're never the same.
Of course
Their whole bodies shake at the thought of it. Some of them even black out when they think about this thing. It's horrible. So
I know that. And of course, you know, you'd have to have Down syndrome.
Not to know that.
My new word.
Down syndrome. Right. That's a good word.
You'd have to have Down syndrome to not feel sorry for, you know, of course, Me Too is what you want for your daughters. You know what I mean? And you want that to be the future world, of course.
Right.
And I meet all kinds of women that have the terrible stories, you know, about what's happened to them. But I wasn't talking about the victims. I was talking about, they asked me about Roseanne. They asked me about Chris Hardwick. They asked me about Louis. And I told them, you know, like if someone murders someone, you know, and goes to jail, right? And then he gets out of jail after 10 years. And you go, I'm going to give this guy a job washing dishes because he's done his penance.
Right.
Nobody goes, well, what about the people he murdered? Well, of course, they had it off worse, you know.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about the murderer. Give him a dishwasher job, you know.
So do you think that the writer somehow merged all of these thoughts into one thing? Or do you feel you were quoted inaccurately? Or do you feel like you were treated fairly?
Well, I don't know. The original writer was for the Hollywood Reporter.
Right.
And he wrote it. And that wasn't the headline.
Right.
And so I don't know if he even noticed or anything. And then another place called Vulture, which is a WW computer.
Yeah.
They wrote, Norm Macdonald defends Louis Anderson.
Louis C.K. Louis C.K. You can't defend Louis Anderson. What did he do?
I defend, it says, you know, in the headline, Norm Macdonald defends Louis C.K. and Roseanne Barr. And I never defended them, you know?
I've been searching for what's missing, but the answer.
Norm Macdonald has become a huge hot topic over his comments about Roseanne and Louis C.K. and the Me Too movement, and it led to the Tonight Show, you know, saying that we're going to cancel the appearance, but we wanted him to come and clear the air. So please welcome Norm Macdonald. You took a lot of flack for saying in the art of for some things that you said in the Hollywood Reporter, saying that you were kind of glad that the Me Too movement has slowed down, and we don't really know you as a guy who, you know, really comments on very much that's gone out. So what were you trying to say? Yeah.
Well, I was, you know, print reporters, they ask you questions and they put them all together. What I was talking about was Chris Hardwick, this particular comedian. Right. That was a friend of mine. And, you know, if 500 women go against a man, obviously the guy's guilty. But in the Chris Hardwick one, it was one woman against one man. Mm-hmm. Right. You know? So I was saying that I thought it was good that the pendulum was slowing, and Chris Hardwick has been as rehabilitated as he's going to get. He still tells me he can't walk down the street without people yelling stuff at him. Yeah. But that's all I was trying to say.
Okay. Well, you know, you do raise valid questions about, like, due process and, you know, verification of what went on. I think that we would agree with that, you know, that you have to back it up somewhat. But when you kind of lose me when you imply that the hardship that your friend Louis C.K. is a friend of mine, too, really. I know him a long time. That the hardship that he went through is equal to the hardship that the victims went through.
Right.
That doesn't compute.
No, it's not true.
Can you explain yourself a little there?
Yeah, that's not what I was saying. When this happened, I was working for Roseanne when Roseanne's thing went down, and I called her the next day, and she was crying the whole time I was talking to her. Right. I've known Roseanne for a while, and I was worried about her because she seemed really, really in a bad place. And I said, I can't really talk to you about this because I've never been through anything like this. And I said, I know Louis, and he's been through this, where he's had everything taken from him. Right. And I said, not many of us have gone through this, and so you should talk to each other because you've and then the guy said, what about the victims? And I said, well, the victims haven't gone through this. I was talking about this particular event. Of course, the victims have gone through worse than that. But I'm going to get a victim to phone Roseanne?
No, but that's a good clarification.
And that's why it's so important to be able to clarify and to be able to explain, because at the heart of it, I think we are forgiving people. We jump very quickly today, but I do think that we like to forgive. You went on the Howard Stern show yesterday to apologize, and you ended up making it worse because you said you'd have to have Down syndrome not to feel sorry for the victims.
Yes.
Do you regret
you just
saying
keep on
that?
getting into trouble, Norm Macdonald.
It's always bad when you have to apologize
for the apology.
An apology.
Do you lose it when you're on Howard? Is that what happens, Joe?
Well, there is a thing on Howard where there's a recklessness in the studio, and you know, you used to be a word we would all say to mean stupid that we don't say anymore, right?
Yeah.
You know the word I'm talking about? Yes. And stupidly, I was about to say that word, and I stopped and said, "What's the right word to say?" And then I said a different word that was equally. Yeah.
Did you realize in that moment that probably offended
I realized at that moment that I'd done something unforgivable.
Yeah. Right. I mean, you know, it's like things spill out sometimes, and it's just difficult. You also you're friends with Roseanne. She gave you your first job, I
Yes,
understand?
my first job.
And so you put her together with Louis C.K.
Yeah, because I was really concerned about Roseanne, and you know, I don't want someone to end up killing themselves or anything.
Of course not.
Yeah, so
Don't you think Louis, do you say that you think they deserve a comeback? Now, I was saying yesterday that Louis performed at Comedy Cellar, and what he didn't talk about these allegations in his set, which I would have thought that he would have done. Don't you? I mean, so if he wants to have a comeback, he needs to, like, address it directly, I think, as a comedian. So where's Roseanne's coming back?
Geez, I don't know if Roseanne could ever come back.
Are you worried to speak now because of the backlash that you've received this week? Now are you thinking twice before everything comes out of your mouth?
He always
thinks that way.
This is how he's a slow talker.
He's a talks like that.
But I think
He's a
just in general,
slow talker
I
in
think in
America.
general we all have to think very carefully about the words that come out of our mouth because you risk offending somebody or a number of people.
Well, Joy's often said that PC, political correctness, is killing comedy.
It is killing comedy.
Do you agree with that?
Yes,
Even
I
in
agree
the clubs
with that.
where it's a
because-
small group.
Yeah.
Well,
You
as
know,
long as there's a
often people will come and say, you know, some guy said a joke and you're asked to defend it, and the joke is always horrible. Like, it's the worst joke you've ever heard. And you're in this position where you have to defend a terrible joke on free speech, you know. But I always, like, reporters always ask you, like, what's offensive? Is anything over the line? And I personally think almost everything is over the line.
They like you to be edgy, and then when you are, you get hurt for it. But you know, comedians.
But
are
I will
trying-
say, the remark I made about people with Down syndrome was just a
Insensitive.
terrible,
Yeah.
terrible,
And
terrible
stupid.
thing for me to say.
We agree.
Well, all of this is happening. You know, and we also, you know, we've all stepped in it as comics.
Yeah.
We all have stepped in it as comics.
And as lawyers and as journalists.
Maybe, but not quite the same way.
Not quite the same. But let me ask you.
Go ahead.
Sorry, Whoop. You know, your appearance on Jimmy Fallon was canceled. And he said that his staffers were actually crying about the comments that you made. Were you surprised at that reaction?
Weren't
And have
they
you
crying
been
that you were there?
surprised?
They were crying that he was there.
That you were even there. Have you been surprised by this reaction?
Yeah.
Really?
Well, yeah, I have been surprised because, you know, I never did anything. I mean, I spoke, but I mean, I don't want to be tossed in with people that actually did, not crimes, but sins, or, you know, I barely have consensual sex.
Let me ask you this, of all the people that you've ever interviewed over the years, how many people would you say you've interviewed?
40,000.
40,000.
That's what they, figure 40 years, about 1,000 people a year.
40,000 guests. Now, who was the physically ugliest guest you ever encountered? The ugliest.
Ugliest.
The Elephant Man. You ever interviewed the Elephant Man?
No, we tried.
He was ugly.
But we didn't do. We almost had Siamese twins once.
Really?
Didn't do them.
You're saying Siamese twins are ugly?
They were connected at the head.
And that's
that would have been difficult.
Not attractive to you?
No.
Would you marry a Siamese twin?
Now stop that. I didn't come here to be insulted.
No, but
All right.
So you never interviewed
I'm
the
trying
Elephant
to think if you asked the... No, I did not interview the Elephant Man. I'm trying to think of the ugliest man I have ever interviewed. The ugliest man. Who's the guy who produces Saturday Night Live?
Lorne Michaels.
That's the man.
Yes, I've met him. He is a
Hard to look at.
Not easy on the eye.
No, not. It's hard to interview people like that.
Not easy on the eye. So you're saying, Larry King, that you find conjoined twins ugly?
At the head, yes.
At the head, they're ugly.
At the hip, they're not ugly. But at the head, well, it's grotesque.
It's grotesque.
Don't you think it's grotesque?
No, I find all humans beautiful.
Larry, that's why we love you.
In a recent interview, Jane Pauley recalled how back in the 70s, she coined the phrase bad hair day. In another recent interview, Larry King recalled how back in the 70s, he coined the phrase bad face day.
You told me that we should go our separate ways, but now you're back.
Bizarre was a variety show. Adam Eager told me something I didn't know. He said you worked with Red Fox on a variety show.
Yeah, I heard that. I'm dying to hear.
I produced Red Fox Variety.
You told me he just worked on it.
Worked on it.
Well, that's, I mean, according to your
What do you
Wikipedia
think I was, a
page.
stagehand, you douchebag? Worked on it.
Not the
Did you
first time I've been
do
called
your
douchebag
notes?
today. No,
I want
got
you
all my
back on
information
drugs.
from
I'm
Wikipedia.
serious. I want you back on stuff so you know.
Close. I'm gonna do a shot
I'm
next
sorry.
break. No, it's
I'm
true.
just teasing.
No, he's kidding you. He's kidding.
No, I clearly.
He says, I love this podcast. It was great to see Norm Macdonald back, and Super Dave was the perfect choice as first guest. Lose the douchebag.
He's talking about me.
Well, we don't know if he's talking about
He's clearly talking about me.
you. He is talking about you. And this is just one person's opinion, but I have hundreds of other people.
All right, yeah, you're right. It's one guy, he's entitled to his opinion, and that's fine, whatever.
And mostly they like the show.
Well, good. Well, let's hear another one then.
All right.
Let's hear another one.
What's the deal with that fucking douchebag? Well, that was about you.
I mean, are there any good ones?
I'll look.
Okay.
Not good. Okay. Let me see here. Ooh.
What is it? Is it a good one?
It's not good at all. I found one.
Oh, good.
Yes.
Okay.
This is a positive one. Thoroughly enjoyed it from top to bottom.
Great.
Blinky91 says. A sparkling exchange between veteran funny man Norm Macdonald and comedy legend Super Dave Osborne. One minor problem. The set.
Oh.
It's just too distracting. Why are there so many clocks? We're not tuning in to see what time it is in Hong Kong. We're tuning in to listen to comedians doing comedy. Plus some douchebag, I don't know who he was, but I like to punch him right in the fucking face.
I'm Adam Eget. I work at the world famous Comedy Store. I'm the manager over there. Before that, I was a manager at the Tempe Improv, and I don't know what I'm doing, I'll be honest. And I'm not an actor, I'm not a comedian, but I'm just going to try my best, and I'm going to do the best I can. And I hope the people watching at home will give me a chance to I don't know, just give me a chance. And I did this as a favor to Norm. I'm not an actor and I'm not a comedian.
This guy says your face looks like a cunt.
I can't even change that. It's not the first time I've heard that. But, I mean... So you were just talking earlier. You've learned to ignore the detractors and the
Oh yeah,
people
because
that
I'm
hate
reading.
you
I'm reading things on here
because
right now.
it's hard. Like Norm and I were talking. I just started doing this as a favor to him, and just because it's fun, you know. Right. But I hear people say, "Oh, you should see what these people are writing about you." And gathered a bunch of comments from the people on YouTube, and they said some pretty hurtful things.
Are you gonna play it?
Well, yeah, I thought we maybe show them what it's.
Show them what you're talking about.
Let's roll the clip.
It was great to see Norm Macdonald back, and Super Dave was the perfect choice as first guest. Lose the douchebag.
He's talking about me.
Well, we don't know if he's talking about you.
He's clearly talking about me.
That's what you think. We don't even know what the people think, right?
It's crazy. Well, first of all, here's what I would say. My advice to you. Think about what douchebags get to do. Think about how, you know what I mean?
I do.
I would embrace it. I would embrace the whole douchebag thing, because that seemed to be the term that kept popping up. And I would just go with it. I mean, if you're going to be a douchebag, be the best douchebag you can be.
The best douchebag I can be.
He passed away, I believe, the day before Yom Kippur. And the Yom Kippur services started, and I'd been watching a bunch of old Norm Macdonald videos. And as the rabbi began to speak, I started remembering Norm Macdonald punchlines, and it really went poorly for me that Yom Kippur evening.
Finally, folks, next week, Jews everywhere will be celebrating the holiday of Yom Kippur, or as non-Jews refer to it, Wednesday.
The rabbi was standing maybe 15 feet in front of me, and I was just struggling not to hysterically laugh in the middle of the most solemn day of the year. So that's going to be my Norm Macdonald memory going forward.
My family comes from Russia. They're Russian Jews.
Oh. Russian and Jews is more like it. One of the biggest anti-Semites I've ever met.
Russian away from Jews.
I had a bar mitzvah.
What?
I had a bar mitzvah, Norm.
Yeah. You did?
Yeah.
Wait, are you Jewish?
Yes.
Get the fuck out of here. No, I'm kidding. I love the Jewish people.
Yeah. Last week on Larry King Live, Marlon Brando made the shocking statement that Hollywood is, quote, run by Jews. In response, outraged Jewish organizations made it snow in New York in April. Well, earlier this week, actor Marlon Brando met with Jewish leaders to apologize for comments he made on Larry King Live. Among them, that, quote, Hollywood is run by Jews. The Jewish leaders accepted the actor's apology and announced that Brando is now free to work again. While in England, where he spoke at Oxford University, Simpson had defended actor Marlon Brando's criticism of Hollywood Jews. Later, from his island hideaway, Brando sent O.J. a telegram which read, "You're not helping." In Cincinnati, is Cincinnati Reds owner Marge Schott an anti-Semite? Well, it is beginning to look that way. According to a report out today, on the entire Cincinnati Reds team, there is not one Jewish player. A group of Orthodox rabbis declared that other branches of Judaism are, quote, not Judaism at all, thus challenging the religious status of millions of American Jews. This week, that statement was rejected by Reform leader Rabbi Don Schonstein, who said, quote, our legitimacy as Jews flows from the richness of our Jewish lives, the strength of our Jewish communities, and most important of all, our deep and abiding belief in Jesus Christ.
Baby, won't you come by? Everything's better with you by my side. A movie and dinner tonight. Pour a couple drinks and yeah, we're feeling fine. And make them.
The setup of the joke is it's a Jew joke.
Okay.
Two Gentile businessmen meet on the street. One of them says, how's business? The other one says, great. See, he gets it. He really got it. He really liked it.
Yeah.
So the joke is about who doesn't get it. He's Jewish, he gets it. Yeah. You're not, you don't.
But I don't believe he got it.
Oh, yeah, he got it. He got it.
Can we find out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell Norm why that's funny.
Because it's two Jews and they're how's business? Great.
Well, that's what he said.
No, it's two Gentile businessmen.
Oh yeah, I don't.
That's what's funny about
it. I knew he didn't get it. I can spot fake laughs.
A study on weight loss revealed this week that women who participate in a weekly diet program lost 50% more weight, snacked less, and bought more fruits and vegetables than women in general. Which just goes to prove my new theory: Richard Simmons is gay. After numerous requests, the National Institute of Health has finally granted funds to the University of New Mexico in order to test mice for the deadly hantavirus. Although I'm sure the government would have acted a lot sooner if instead of mice, the hantavirus was killing off rich white guys. An outbreak of the deadly canine parvovirus has led to the local Humane Society killing many of its dogs. Gee, I wonder if the Humane Society would kill off victims of canine parvo if instead of dogs, they were rich old white guys. Increased hunting will be necessary to control the state's black bear population. Gee, I wonder if hunting would be the answer if instead of overpopulation of black bears, there were an overpopulation of rich old white men. Yeah. According to the EPA, it will cost an estimated $295 million to clean up toxic waste at the former Lockheed Martin military aircraft plant in California. The cause of the toxic waste? You guessed it, Frank Stallone. In Princess Anne, Maryland, state health officials have discovered what caused the mysterious death of 200,000 fish at a Somerset County fish farm. The culprit? You guessed it, Frank Stallone. In economic news, unemployment figures rose slightly for the month of October, with declines in the Dow Jones and NASDAQ. The reason for the sudden downturn? You guessed it, Frank Stallone. Entertainment Weekly's list of the 101 most powerful people in show business is out. At number 1, Fox CEO Robert Murdoch. And at number 2, you guessed it, Frank Stallone. And finally, the #1 selling doll this Christmas is Tickle Me Elmo. And the least popular selling doll? You guessed it, Tickle Me Frank Stallone. And the British Sunday Times is reporting that Belgian doctors have accidentally cloned a human being. The human being? You guessed it, Frank Stallone. Recent photos sent from the Galileo space probe orbiting Jupiter's moon Europa suggests that it meets the conditions necessary to support a primitive life form. Just what kind of life form? You guessed it, Frank Stallone. And finally, the votes are in. And Entertainment Weekly has chosen its funniest man alive. And who is the funniest man alive? You guessed it, Frank Stallone. Congratulations, Frank Stallone. Across the Great Plains, harsh weather and hungry boll weevils are the cause of one of the worst cotton harvests in years. Or so the Germans would have us believe. Last Sunday's National Hockey League game between the Buffalo Sabres and the Tampa Bay Lightning was postponed due to record snowfall in Buffalo. Or so the Germans would have us believe. This year's lack of snow in Alaska could help generate a surplus of moose next year because deep snow makes it harder for moose to search for food, which leaves them more vulnerable to wolves. Or so the Germans would have us believe. In Fort Pierce, Florida, many Bell South customers will no longer pay long-distance phone rates for nearby calls, but will instead be charged with a flat rate of 25 cents. Or so the Germans would have us believe. In Little Rock, Arkansas, a consumer group is proceeding with a petition drive to get a proposal on the November ballot that would exempt food from state sales tax. Or so the Germans would have us believe. In St. Louis, archaeologists will use special radar on nearby landfills in an effort to find the 70-foot axle from a Ferris wheel, which was the centerpiece of the 1904 World's Fair. Or so the Germans would have us believe. Last year, German shepherds were rated the nation's most effective police dogs by far, sniffing out more than $100 million worth of illegal drugs. Or so the German shepherds would have us believe. Well, technical glitch of some sort there. Well, David Hasselhoff is a huge rock star in Germany, where his latest album sold 5 million copies this week, which once again proves my theory: Germans love David Hasselhoff. Well, David Hasselhoff is a huge star in Germany, where his series Baywatch celebrated its 100th straight week as the nation's top TV show, which once again proves my old theory: Germans love David Hasselhoff. Well, David Hasselhoff is a huge star in Germany, where his syndicated series Knight Rider places a consistent second behind Baywatch in the ratings, which once again proves my old theory: Germans love David Hasselhoff. Helmut Kohl was elected to his 4th term as Germany's chancellor this week. Experts say Mr. Kohl's success was guaranteed after he won the backing of singing sensation David Hasselhoff, which once again proves my old theory: Germans love David Hasselhoff. The cast of Baywatch made a special appearance at Disney World in Florida, where they were mobbed by adoring fans, which proves my new theory: German tourists love David Hasselhoff. Fergie, the Duchess of York, turned down a guest appearance on the hit show Baywatch. Now, my research has uncovered that Fergie is actually British, not German, which, while not proving, certainly does nothing to disprove my time-tested theory: Germans love David Hasselhoff. Finally, reports out of Germany continue to indicate that David Hasselhoff is a major recording star in that country, where his concerts routinely sell out and his albums turn platinum, which once again proves my old theory: Germans love David Hasselhoff.
Germans love me.
Which once again proves my theory: Germans love David Hasselhoff. And that's the news. See you next time. Thank you, David.
We're back with our remaining moments on Larry King Live. We bring two of the great talents, both formerly of Saturday Night Live, with us. David Spade is in Los Angeles. Norm Macdonald is here in New York. And now,
hello, Norm.
Say hello to him.
Hi, David. David and I apparently are having some kind of feud. He left this message on my machine.
So what is this,
What is
David?
that? I
Did you
don't
not
know.
want to appear with him tonight?
Norm,
Come on, David. Tell us.
I wouldn't pay $300 to have my hair blow dry to be treated like this. No, your hair is great.
Do you feel, David, that the star spotlight has been taken away by you, by McDonald tonight?
No, I don't mind. It should be.
Oh,
Norm's my buddy. Norm's one of the best guys out there. I've been watching this whole show, laughing my head off. I don't think Larry knows that Norm's a little kooky. And he's got some funny stuff to say.
What do you make of that? He's accusing you of not having all the marbles.
Good Lord.
I'm not shocked.
Not having all the marbles? I'll tell you something about marbles. I haven't seen a kid play marbles for years. China Syndrome is a great rental.
He's doing my column now. Okay.
Of all the colors, blue is my favorite.
Stop that.
Okay. Where is John Stamos?
When do you two go to work together? Why don't you do a movie together?
We'd love to. We've been trying to for a long time, right, Dave? Yeah. Norm's one of the few super funny guys out there that I'm trying to keep up with. He's a blast, and whatever show gets him next will be in great shape.
Well, David, do you think he's going to do a weekend update on the new Howard Stern show?
It seemed like that's what you told him. So.
It seems like that to me. I don't know why he's in some sort of denial over this.
Norm's a little tricky, but he's in demand, so I think they'll have him if he wants to do it.
Maybe Meet the Press will ask you to do it, and he'll come back then.
Meet the Press would be great. Tim Russert, right?
Yeah, you and Tim.
Me and Tim would be a great...
Load of laughs.
You guys lost me. He doesn't know Tim Russert. Anything about Tim Russert. He only knows supermodels. I get blank stares.
Yeah,
Hey, listen, Larry, you live next to me in Beverly Hills now. You knew Clampett. You're right next to me. Clampett. I just heard you're going to come by my...
Don't give the address.
We're going to I know where you are. You're by Nate and Al's. My house has a water wiggle out front, and you're going to have to come by and hang out with me. What is that?
What's a water wiggle?
That's his thing for a supermodel. What an idiot. You're going to be part of Neighborhood Watch with me, and you're going to hold up your end. I don't care if you're out of town a lot.
Where do you live, Norm?
I live in New York City.
Here, the Gotham.
Yeah, the Big Apple.
But I've seen you in L.A.
Yeah,
I saw you with Chris Farley in New York.
Yeah, it's right
in L.A.
Los Angeles, me and Chris Farley.
At the Palm.
Yeah, his story doesn't check out, does it, Larry?
No, so you
got some holes in it. I live in Los Angeles.
Good observation, Spade.
I'm by...
Coastal.
Get it out,
By
Norm.
coastal, yeah.
Bisexual.
No, what are you doing?
No, I'm kidding. I'm
We've had lots
kidding.
of admissions here tonight. Do you ever miss Saturday Night Live? Both the same question for both of you. David.
I miss hanging out with Norm and some other people there, but I don't miss how hard it was. It was a good 6-year run for me. It was fun.
But you don't miss doing the show?
I miss it in pieces. I'd like to host it, but right now, to do it every week is I'm too old now.
Norm?
I've only been gone like 1 week.
But you, unlike David, you were fired.
Yeah.
So distance is quicker to have. Do you miss it? All right, did you miss it last Saturday night? Did you watch it? You're stumbling.
I tell you something. I don't. Where I live, I don't get Saturday Night Live.
You know what, Larry? They show.
I watch Saturday Night Live,
but
I don't get it.
Norm was
David,
at home
hey,
with.
Stop stepping on the joke.
I don't know. I
Me
can't.
and Larry are doing a little vaudeville here.
I'm 2 minutes behind you on a tape delay.
David, what were you going to say?
I just heard the Siamese twins sing. No, I was saying that Norm sits home and there's just montage music and you hear the road is long, and he's watching 6 TVs in his house.
I used to, when I did the show, I'd always take off right after updates so I could watch the rest of the show at home. You know.
Really?
Yeah, because, you know, they want you to stay till the end so you can wave, because everybody waves.
You're not a waver.
Well, it's odd because sometimes the show sucks, and then at the end of the show, you're out waving like a jackass.
But Norm, sometimes at the first 3 years I was never on and I had to count that as a sketch.
David, thanks very much. Norm, thanks very much.
Thanks, Larry.
I want to thank Larry King for hosting this earlier.
Yeah, Larry
Very
was
good.
great.
Thanks for joining us. See you Monday night. Good night.
No, just thinking, you know, because they have that Viagra thing out.
Yeah.
And the other day, you know, Bob Dole came right out and said
he was one of the first.
Yeah. And you know, you don't want to hear about Bob Dole's cock, you know. I mean, President Clinton's cock, Bob Dole's cock. What the hell? But mostly, an old man like that, an old man. You don't want him to have a super hard cock. You know what I mean?
Why?
Why? Because an old man, you want him to be got a pipe going, a newspaper, the dog at his feet there.
Well, that in some corners is considered pipe.
Oh. But now they're going to have to create some goddamn pill that makes women aroused at the sight of a fucking 70-year-old dude with a super hard cock. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. This Viagra. It's insane. And you know what it's for? Impotent people. All right, it's for impotent guys. So get this. I read this. The pill can make your cock hard for 4 hours.
Right.
So now, who has the 4-hour hard cock? The impotent guy. The rest of us are fucked. Me and you got our regular cocks. Meanwhile, fucking Spade is, you know.
Oh, man. I didn't see it.
I didn't see it coming.
Dude, I know you didn't. He brought it all around and then a vicious rip kick into his best friend's gut.
Once there's too much cock talk, I try to just zone out for a minute until it goes back the other way.
If there's too much cock talk, this guy has fevered nightmares all night. Dreams, I mean, like sweaty, fevered dreams from the cock talk that's been all over his head.
Why bury me twice? He's killing me.
No, he's a good man.
That erased it. All right.
No, he's a good man.
Who cares?
After all that, that's the whiteout he puts on.
Yeah, I know, it's awesome.
After he talks about you doing sit-ups on cock for 18 minutes, he goes, no, he's a good guy.
If you're gay, he's a completely straight guy. He gets a lot of ladies. You know that about him with the ladies.
Don't say ladies.
Women, girls.
Okay, thank you. Ladies, what are we, fucking on an FM station here?
He's Don Cornelius.
But these gay guys, man, I was reading, you know about the...
These gay guys.
I haven't even said hi yet. All right. Tell me what it is with these gay guys.
I know, I'm already...
I just read this thing about the George
You're reading
Michael.
a lot, aren't you?
Yeah, I got a little time off. Now I read the newspaper. And this really strikes me about the gay community. I don't know if they're a community, but
called West Hollywood.
Yeah, they're gay, and it's, you know, George Michaels. He hangs around the bathroom. He has sex with multiple guys. This is
no way. You got to get it right. Hangs around the bathroom, and it was described as a lewd behavior, but I don't remember sex with numerous guys.
Well,
is that what you took away from it?
What does he do?
What were you, in the next stall?
I could have been just having a nice bathroom regular thing.
I don't know what lewd behavior is, but I don't know that he was in there with numerous guys. But anyway, go ahead. We get the gist of it.
This is definitely a gay thing, because this is a pop superstar. You know what I mean? You're not going to walk into a bathroom and all of a sudden Farrah Fawcett's like, ah, you know? You're not going to...
What? I love it.
What I'm saying is, why would a famous
what was she doing? Wasn't there some sort of cervical belt sander thing, or what was that? Oh, Christ, what are you, Linda Blair?
They do. That's what they do. Right?
That's what ladies that I know do. but
good to know that primetime exposure's paying dividends there.
But I think that's what it is. It's that the gay, that's why they have separate bathrooms. Let's face it. If they had women and, women, as you call them, I call them ladies. If you had them in the same bathroom, like you go in the bathroom to do your business, see a man about a dog there, and you're in the bathroom. You're in the bathroom. All of a sudden, a beautiful lady comes out. Oh, here's my vagina and breasts. You're going to be hanging out at that bathroom a lot. So I don't blame anybody for anything.
Can you believe Olmeyer didn't get him?
We're all the same, man.
Have you ever met Olmeyer since then?
Don Olmeyer I met once, after he fired me.
Yeah.
Then I went and visited him in his office. Which it wasn't an office I've never seen. It was like a wet bar and a bunch of weird sports trophies. He's a big sports guy,
Yeah.
So he explained it to me what happened, but he did it all with sports stuff, like you said, man, you see, you're the number 3 hitter, but now you're going to be number 8. And then later on, Ken Griffey will show up. I didn't know what the hell he was talking about. And then I said, well, Christ, man, what the hell am I supposed to do? And he goes, I don't know, just walk it off, And...
I'll put it in sports terms why you got fired. You were fucking with OJ too much. That's exactly why you were fired, man.
I don't know.
That's his buddy.
Yeah, it's his buddy.
Yeah, well, that's why you got canned.
OJ's a good guy. I mean, he's not...
Well, we got to end on that, Normie, but there's what they'll remember you by. OJ's a good guy.
Man,
Thanks for coming on. Norm Macdonald and David Spade, stick around.
On your last show, I came out as a deep...
Take me on a journey. Take me far away from this life. I'd leave it in a hurry. Let's run away before morning light. You got me right.
Like some of your friends, seriously, like those guys who came out of Saturday Night Live, like Sandler, you, Chris Rock. There's a lot of guys who sort of all of a sudden are like real big players.
Norm got his own TV show.
Norm's doing well. What?
What?
Do you hang out with Norm, or is it impossible?
It's pretty impossible because he's crazy.
He is.
In LA, I call him and he goes, I go, what happened last week? I called you to go on. You called me? And I go, yeah. On my phone? I go, yeah. And he goes, oh, yeah, I got that. I go, you didn't call me back? No.
And he's serious.
Yeah, he's crazy.
And yeah, I know. Like, I have him on the show.
I love him, though. He's the funniest guy around. I think you need to be kind of crazy to be really funny.
He is very funny. I love him, too. And he has a gambling problem,
Yeah.
Yeah, he was telling us how
secret.
He was all excited that he had $80,000. He won $80,000 in Vegas, but he had lost like $100,000 on basketball.
Right, and that's on nickel slots. That's how serious he is.
Did you always know he had a gambling problem?
Mm-hmm.
You did. When did you know that? At Saturday Night Live?
I first knew he had a pee in a bottle problem.
Right.
Remember that? You always talk about
Yeah, it's
that.
great.
And then I
Does he still save his urine? Do you know?
I don't know. He used to put it in Ziploc baggies, sign it, and send it to fans.
Is that true?
No.
Oh.
But he did. He would take, after Saturday Night Live, they give you a car, a limousine, if you want to go to the party, and he would take it to Atlantic City.
Really?
He's a hard ass. He's hardcore, dude. I
know he'll even get into fist fights.
And then he'll stay at a table for hours and hours.
What do you think of that?
I feel lucky.
And then you don't even know if he's married or single. It's never really clear.
I don't know, but I know girls like him. He's you know, when you're something's that wrong, they pick up on it and like it.
They like the tragedy of that.
Fixer-upper, yeah.
Right. Yeah, I'm gonna make him a regular guy.
Right, but it never worked.
Because David always wore like cool jackets to get girls or whatever.
Did it work? Behind the scenes of that.
Yeah, David gets girls like crazy.
Heather Locklear.
Yeah, like insanely
Name one.
beautiful
It's
girls.
because funny guys are attractive. Yeah. Funny's hot.
You've done a lot of
Yeah.
impressions. Funny.
Most
Look at him.
awkward
He's like,
come
really?
on I've ever heard in my life.
All I can say for sure is this, that it works this way with women. If there's one dude who beds a Kardashian and a Paris Hilton, he'll then get to, and a Lindsay Lohan, he'll get to mow through other Hollywood hot chicks.
Like David Spade is that guy.
Yeah, David Spade is that guy.
And I would say he's more, because Warren Beatty was always the gold standard, but Spade doesn't have the looks of Warren Beatty.
He's the aw shucks rapist.
Rapist?
Well, I don't know why you brought up rapist.
My Lord.
No, what I'm
God.
saying is Spade has quietly mowed through the entire bevy of blondes in this town, but he does it in a sort of unassuming way.
Yeah, Spade is an interesting character because he's outside of Hollywood. He makes fun of it, and yet he's deeply inside of Hollywood.
Balls deep, a lot.
Yeah,
many would argue.
No, but he'll be on red carpets, and I went out with him one time. He's like, "Let's go to a bar." We go to a fucking bar, and then people let us in, which is horrible. Like past everybody,
right?
You go, let those guys in.
Yeah, there goes Spade and his bodyguards. His haggard bodyguard.
He's haggard, is right. So
you and David Spade
that you like it.
are walking into a bar.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I was saying that?
Yeah.
So we go into the bar, so it's packed with people, and I don't like a lot of people now. And then you get a little fucking plastic drink, and you drink it, and then Spade goes, "Let's get out of here." And I'm like, "What?" And I don't even want to be there, and you're an inch from somebody's face. And so then we go to another bar. He does the exact same thing.
Right.
Let's get out of here. So he just goes places and exits. But
I think there's a power. I think there's a certain power in leaving.
Yeah, I guess there is.
Yeah.
But with women, he plays the long game. Like he's always texting them. He doesn't bed them the night he meets them.
Mm-mm.
Like a year later.
Right.
But he's got so many on
He fucks them in the bathroom. Yeah, but not on a bed. Never on a bed.
Wait, no.
I hear what you're saying. I'm reading between the lines.
I can't talk about Dave. Now it's going to sound like I'm saying that about David.
No. What he does is he quietly, here's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Here's what I'm saying. If you had a list of the famous coxmen of the town with the Warren Beatties of the world and the Wilt Chamberlains and stuff like that, somewhere in the 13th spot would be David Spade.
Absolutely.
And everyone would go, how do you get on this list? A cute little blonde guy?
I'd
What
put
are you
him
talking
way
about?
farther up than that. Way farther up. I'd put him maybe number one.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
In terms of sheer numbers.
Quietly goes about his business.
Yes, he does. And
until we start talking about it.
I know we shouldn't. But he's very self-deprecating about it. But he also, he knows everything that a young girl knows. Like that beautiful 20-year-old. He can talk to them about keeping up with the Kardashians and whatever the hell.
Right.
And then if I try to talk to a young girl, I go, "You ever watch Matlock?" It wouldn't work. But he has the same exact interest that they do.
Yeah.
So it really works,
Thinking about the tattoo, I'm gonna get 2 big M's on my ass. So when I'm standing right up, it's gonna say Mom. When I stand upside down, it's gonna be Wow. What do you think?
I'm dumbfounded.
Mom and Wow.
It's just an M and an M.
I know.
Where's the O? I had to go there, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
You know the joke about B.B. King's wife?
No.
You don't?
No, I don't think so.
B.B.'s having a birthday, so she wants to surprise him. So she goes to the tattoo parlor. She says, put a B on one cheek and a B on the other. So the guy does it. She goes home. B.B. comes home. She opens the door, bends over, drops her shorts, and says, "Surprise!" He said, "Who's Bob?" that's racist.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen. There it is. The one and only Super Dave Osborne and his joke about
Yeah, sell that to Michael Richards, man. Why,
Wow.
that's not a racist joke.
Yeah, sure it isn't.
Who's Bob?
Yeah, you know, that's the way you want to broadcasting and stereotypes. 97.9
I'll tell you what,
FM.
let's do it this way.
Yeah.
Bob Hope's wife goes to a tattoo parlor. No, but you chose an African American. Well, but Bob Hope is dead.
Yeah. Go ahead.
And she says, put a B on one cheek and a B on the other. She comes home. Bob Hope comes home. She bends over, pulls her pants down, and he faints.
Now, Bob Hope is dead.
Yeah, I know.
Bring me the body of the great Bob Hope. If he struggles a lot, tie him up with a rope. If he smells a bit, wash him down with soap. Just bring me the body of the great Bob Hope.
Bring Me the Body of the Great Bob Hope, another song by Super Dave Osborne and Norm Macdonald. They've collaborated together on a great new CD, Music from Dead People. And this...
I know the end is day, nobody's gonna change. You won't ever leave. On my mind again, I'm still not tired of it. Can make you want me. And I might act okay, say things will stay the same. Say I'm all I need.
I don't know if you got enough ink for his dub. I don't know if you got
Victoria, help me out, Victoria.
Here we go. That's glove time. No, you need more than gloves. Come on.
No, I used to hang out with Norm Macdonald a lot. Me and Norm were really close.
God, I loved him.
And we used to go play tennis. And after we'd play tennis, we'd go into like the 7-Eleven. And we'd always do this thing where we go, okay, we're going to go in together. And each of us has to point at one item and make a joke about it. And it was really hard. Like,
so hard.
like people think making jokes as a comedian is easy, but it's not. But I'll never forget Norm did this. It's the only one I remember. But I pointed to, you remember those things, animal crackers?
Yeah.
And I pointed to the animal crackers, and Norm just goes, that horse cock didn't taste very good.
There's a lot of guys who sort of all of a sudden are like real big players.
Yeah, Norm got his own TV show.
Norm's doing well. What?
What?
Do you hang out with Norm, or is it impossible?
It's pretty impossible because he's crazy.
He is.
In L.A., I call him and he goes, I go, what happened last week? I called you to go on. You called me? And I go, yeah. On my phone? I go, yeah. And he goes, oh, yeah, I got that. I go, well, you didn't call me back? No.
And he's serious.
Yeah, he's crazy.
And yeah, I know. Like, I have him on the show.
I love him, though. He's the funniest guy around. I think you need to be kind of crazy to be really funny.
He is very funny. I love him, too. And he has a gambling problem, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was telling us how
secret.
He was all excited that he had $80,000. He won $80,000 in Vegas, but he had lost like $100,000 on basketball.
Right,
and that's on nickel slots. That's how serious he is.
Did you always know he had a gambling problem?
Mm-hmm.
You did. When did you know that? At Saturday Night Live?
I first knew he had a pee in a bottle problem.
Right.
Remember that? You always talk about
Yeah, it's
that.
great.
And then I
Does he still save his urine? Do you know?
I don't know. He used to put it in Ziploc baggies, sign it, and send it to fans.
Is that true?
No.
Oh.
But he did. He would take, after Saturday Night Live, they give you a car, a limousine, if you want to go to the party, and he would take it to Atlantic City.
Really?
Yeah. He's a hard ass. He's hardcore, dude. I
know he'll even get into fist fights.
And then he'll stay at a table for hours and hours.
What do you think of that?
I feel lucky.
And then you don't even know if he's married or single. It's never really clear.
I don't know, but I know girls like him. He's when you're that something's that wrong, they pick up on it and like it.
They like the tragedy of that.
Fixer upper, yeah.
Right. Yeah, I'm gonna make him a regular guy.
Right, but it never worked.
So one time I had to open up for him this was at a casino. We were doing like a casino gig in Shawnee, Oklahoma.
Wow.
And Cherokee Creek Casino, I think. And it could have, I don't know, this cool lady that I think maybe tried to make love to somebody, but she also helped us get the gig. And Norm was fucked up. I think that when he went on after me, and like I don't even think for the first 7 minutes, I don't even think he said anything, right? But the crazy part was the next day, we had to play cards too the next day. You had to like be there for the weekend, you know. So we go to the card tables, and Norm's like, man, there's a lot of good pussy in here. And I don't know him really well. So I'm thinking, I'm looking around this room, bro. There is 0 attractive women, right? There's 0 attractive men, okay?
Right.
So it's not, even if you wanted some
It's a
ass pussy,
casino.
there's nothing. Yeah, it's a casino. And it's a gambling game. It's poker.
Yeah.
5-card poker, So... And I'm just thinking, well, I guess I just agree with him. He's getting older, and maybe he has a different perception of what's attractive. And I'm like,
Sure.
yeah, man, there's sure is. He goes, fuck no, there isn't. Like he had played me, like he was like, this is the ugliest batch of people I've ever seen.
I don't know if Norm still tours. You'd be a good compliment for Norm, man.
You don't think I'm too much, too similar?
I don't know. I think it'd be funny.
Jeez, he's my hero.
I think it'd be work. Yeah.
I'd be blown away.
Yeah, the guy's amazing.
Never met him.
Very funny. Just it's such an impressive stand-up to see live.
Yeah.
Because you think right before he goes on, I opened up for him for about a year, and after we did Dirty Work, and then he always think like no matter where you are, you think like he's not going to make it. Like he goes, he's holding his stomach. He goes, I can't do this, man. I'm not going to make it here. I don't want to go on. I want to quit. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. And you got to push him in front of the microphone, and then he does an hour and 45 and like destroys. Doesn't take the mic out like this, like and then he just leaves.
Yeah. I saw him at Caroline's when I was broke. I was poor. I wasn't even in the club, so I had to pay the real fee. I couldn't be like, I'm a comic. They didn't know me.
I know.
And
you mean the fair prices over there too?
Yeah, right. I spent like $70.
That's great when you're broke.
Yeah. And I went and saw him, and he was killing, and he got heckled in the middle of the show, and he's drinking a Coca-Cola, and he just goes, it's dead silent, this tension, like, what's he gonna say? And he just goes, I don't know what to do about that, And then he goes back to the act. I've never seen anyone handle a heckle like that.
I don't know how to do it.
Yeah.
Now sometimes I just go,
Funniest guy on the planet.
No, he really is. He's up there. He's very, very funny. He's a fun guy to talk. See, doing the road with a guy like that is fun for the late night conversations that last till 6 in the morning about show business, about who he hates.
Yeah,
like you start talking about who you hate.
Yes.
Oh, it's fantastic.
That's the funnest stuff.
Oh, and who sucks and who you hate and this and that and the other thing, and then of course
Norm stories. I got 2 good Norm stories. Good. My first comedy club gig ever is in Catch a Rising Star, Princeton. And Norm Macdonald, this is 1990 or 91. Norm's done a few local talk shows in America, small time, but he hasn't made it in America. He's kind of got a little following, but now he's starting to headline in America at comedy clubs. This is at a time where in New Jersey, if you weren't telling dirty nursery rhymes wearing a leather jacket, you weren't really interesting to anybody. But here's Norm, this goofy Canadian accent, really telling these long, weird bits for 8 shows. And he probably bombed 3 out of 8 shows. Whenever he killed, he would kill, when it was a sophisticated crowd, he would get him and he would kill. He would just go backstage, he'd pull out a deck of cards, and he'd make me and Rich Voss play poker with him. When he bombed, Norm would go to the exit and say goodbye to every single person who left. Just to be weird and make us laugh and be awkward for the people. He would thank everyone for coming after he bombed.
Serious?
He was such a nut.
I love that. That's a committed person. But that's what I love.
You were Norm's assistant? And I was Norm's assistant, and I wish I could go back to those days. You got any Norm stories? Yeah, I hear this is my best Norm story. Yeah. So I went to the guys would take me out, like Keckner and Norm and Spade, and they're all fucking gems, really, really nice guys. They were always so nice to me, and I think they liked having me around because I was a young kid, and I would laugh, and I was just in fucking heaven. So they take me out. They took me out one night, and they were getting drunk and whatever, and so I meet this Australian girl, and we go back, fool around, whatever, and I come into work the next day. And I turn to Norm and I go, I gotta tell you something, man. I go, and don't tell anybody. And he goes, okay, yeah, I'm not gonna tell anybody, And I go, last night, I went out with this girl, the girl at the bar. She goes, she snorted cocaine off my cock, like that. And I was like, I know, I'm 20 years old or whatever, and I'm like, I couldn't believe it. I'm in the city for the first time, you know what I mean? And he goes, wow. He goes, oh my God, that's crazy. cocaine after cock. And I go, but don't tell anybody. You know, I don't want anyone to know. And so then maybe like, I don't know, 5 minutes later, the fucking UPS guy comes in, you know, with the packages or whatever. And he's like, oh, hey, Daryl. And he's like, hey, Norm, how you doing? He's like, hey, you see this guy right here? Guy likes to get cocaine snorted off his cock. And I was like, you know, now I wouldn't be embarrassed, but I'm fucking mortified. I'm like, I'm going to get fired. And he did it for like 3 months.
To everybody.
At any point, like I'd be standing there with the jokes. He'd be like, Jason, go get the jokes. And he'd be smoking in the hallway and he'd be like, no. Because, you know, he fucking had like a really high bar for jokes. And fuck that. I'd be like, oh my God. And then there'd be like a page standing next to him. He'd be like, hey, you know, Jason? Guy likes to have cocaine snorted off his guy. So fucking funny. He did it to my mom. He said it to my mom once.
No.
Yeah. And then I remember because the other part of the job was that I would work the door at the parties. And my mom came down for the party.
At the after party.
The after party.
Yeah.
And she, and I was trying to keep Norm away from my mom so he wouldn't say that to my mom. And of course he goes, you know, Jason likes to have cocaine. Snorted off his cock. And my mom was great. She goes, well, I bet you do a lot of weird stuff too, Norm.
Can you share some of the stuff?
With Norm?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That you have with Norm?
It was just, he reached out. He was a big, when people were going through it, Norm was one of the guys that would always reach out. And yeah, that was it. Just reached out. He sent me some cool stuff about like, funny will win.
Yeah.
That was the coolest shit ever.
Yeah.
He was amazing. Like, there's a war right, I don't want to spill the beans on a nice thing, but it was like,
you guys had a private thing.
Yeah, it was cool.
But
and
he
it
was
ended,
very supportive when you were going
he
through your
spoke
stuff.
like poetically.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
And it ended, one of the messages ended with like, in a war for comedy, I think the ones with jokes will win. And I was just like, yo.
Yeah.
That's fire.
Norm Macdonald is king.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he in no way has to do that.
No.
You know what I mean?
No.
To reach out, you know, especially at that time, I thought was really cool.
It was 2 years ago. I mean, he had,
Yeah, as he's battling something, no disrespect,
Yes.
way worse.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's like, hey, you need help?
I was with Adam Egget most of the time in Austin. The guy, you know Adam?
Yeah. From the store, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So me and Adam went to the Cowboys-Eagles game, and we were hanging out, and the whole time, because he was best friends with Norm.
Yeah.
So he was like going through it, but he went through it the same way as like, we just talked like Norm the whole time. Like the whole game, we were like, you must have... Yeah, you got hit pretty hard. You know what's worse than getting hit like that? Blood cancer. It's no good, that blood cancer. Just like that the whole time. It was great. I hope that wasn't sharing too much for Adam.
No.
But it was fun. Norm's the best.
Yeah.
Well, it was, but he died of fucking... Oh, right. I forgot he fucking vanished.
Yeah.
Norm.
Yeah.
Classic.
Nah, he's a fucking man.
I remember it was me, him. He came to... I think he was doing a show with Spade in Irvine, and I went to go watch, and he came we went like by the dumpster afterwards, and it was me, him.
Oh, I know what you're talking about, outside.
Yeah.
There's that little outside area where you park. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I don't know if there was one other person there. I don't remember who was there. So he said, hey, bro, you want to get stoned? I went, nah, man. I stopped. He goes, what? Jesus Christ! Fucking guy from Half Baked, you can't fucking stop getting high. The fuck you dying about? He was so angry that I didn't want to get high. He was so pissed.
He was genuinely pissed.
The fuck is that? Who the fucking bro? You can't fucking get high. Jesus Christ! The fuck is you showing like that? Jesus Christ, bro! What the fuck? He was so he judged me now, and no, I stopped for a while, man.
Like,
That's
I
all.
Smoked it all.
I did everything.
I smoked as much as I could.
I beat the shit out of marijuana.
Yeah, dude.
Hard.
Yeah, I think you won.
One hitters. I was crushing it. I'm meeting Vaughn years before, talking about punching elephants in the nuts. Been there, done that.
I did it. Yeah.
I would go down to the comedy club, and I remember Norm Macdonald would come through, and he was probably 25 years old, right? And I'm 16 in the audience, and then I got to become this huge fan of Norm, and he was Norm. But back then, there wasn't a lot of people doing stand-up like Norm. Like, there wasn't this sort of angle of sort of this absurdity to it, this sort of It was more of a structured, down the middle way of doing stand up back then, and so Norm was this sort of, it
was a curveball.
Yeah, this sort of curveball, and we just couldn't get enough of it. So every time we was in town, we'd be down there. But Howard Wagman told me this story about Norm, and the first time he came down to do stand up at Yuck Yucks in Ottawa, and he got off stage and he was disappointed in how it went. Norm was. He said, "I'm never doing this again." He walked down the street. Howard Wagman chased him down Spark Street in Ottawa and said, "No, that was great. You're coming back." And he made him come back, and the rest is history.
I was on a plane with him accidentally twice.
Nice.
Twice.
That must have been amazing.
Twice on two separate occasions. Just totally random. We sat next to each other on the plane, like, whoa, this is crazy.
Yeah.
And the last one, it was so funny because he was telling me about how he quit smoking. Yeah, I quit smoking. It's fucking, turns out it's real bad for you. Like, this whole thing about quitting smoking. And we're talking about it, like, how hard was it to quit? This whole thing. The moment we land, he walks into the gift shop, buys a pack of cigarettes, and he's lighting them before he gets out the door. And I go, "I thought you quit." He goes, "I did, but all that talking about it made me want to smoke."
Yeah, it's probably all an elaborate setup, right? He probably was planning it the whole way.
I don't know.
Who knows? He probably doesn't even smoke. He was just doing it as a gag. No, he was.
Did you know he was sick?
I didn't know.
No, me either. You said you had two stories. There was what's the other one?
Oh, so he'd invite me over to SNL once in a while to play poker on off nights, on Monday nights or something, and to watch him play poker while watching Monday Night Football and a baseball game, like he was a gambler,
right?
And I guess somehow one time I found myself on a tape night on a live SNL. I'm in the hallway with a bunch of pages, writers, basically plus ones filling out the hallway. I don't know if I'm sure you've been up there enough to know that where the reception is, there's a lot of hubbub.
Right.
You can go to the dressing rooms this way, and to the right is the studio, and makeup, and there's a lot going on.
Yeah.
I believe Rosie O'Donnell was hosting SNL, and her very best friend Penny Marshall was there to support her. Penny Marshall, at the height of her movie director swag, is walking through the hallway with her head down, sunglasses on, baseball hat, doesn't want to be bothered, treating all these basically writers and NBC employees and me and Norm as big-timing us, pretending we're just looky-loos out on the street, right? Just doing a celebrity don't bother me moment. Flyby, thank you. And Norm picks up on it, and he just starts pointing and screaming, "Laverne! Laverne! Laverne!" And she didn't look up. She never knew it was Norm. She's just gone.
Oh, my gosh.
And, of course, the whole hallway's falling down. Like,
I wonder if he's doing it.
He did Last Comic Standing. He was the only honest judge. He would tell comics they were hacks. It was awesome. The comics hated him. Joe List did it, and he goes, "Joe, you're a very good writer." And Anthony Jeselnik goes, "Hey, Joe, that Norm just called you ugly," which is such a great line.
Damn.
But, oh, my God.
I met him twice, and the first time I met him was I was doing this comedy-style competition at Caroline's, and it was the Final Four. It was me, Dan Soder, who eventually beat me in the final two. It was me, Soder, Nick Cobb, and Adam Newman.
Wow.
And Norm Macdonald was just chilling in the crowd, watching.
Damn.
And he couldn't have been nicer. He was so freaking nice to all of us.
Yeah.
Complimenting our acts, being like, "Man, I could never do this type of thing,"
Ah.
So cool. And then the other time I met him was on Last Comic Standing when he was a judge, and I got eliminated in the first round. I had a pretty good set, better than a lot of people who moved on, but it's NBC, let's face it.
That's how it goes.
But I remember I had one joke that Norm singled out and goes, "That joke is gold." And that to me was like, it was, to me, I didn't even feel that bad. I got locked off because I was like, Norm Macdonald, who is the judge that I connected to his work the most, it was Roseanne and Keenan. I connect to Roseanne's politics, of course, but no. But it was Roseanne and Keenan Ivory Wayans, and like obviously I love In Living Color, but Norm, I'm a comic. Norm was the guy I connected with, and the joke he loved was I said, my last girlfriend was a hoarder and she broke up with me, which stings extra hard. I'm like the one thing she can get rid of. And he said he loved that joke. And then Keenan kind of digged me in the last comic thing. He said, I like some of your jokes, but not all of them. And I said, well, I loved all your scary movie films. And it got a huge laugh. And he said, I only did the first 2. And I was like, all right. I remember I saw Norm in the food. Yeah. He couldn't let it pass. He couldn't take the L on that one. I knew I was out after that.
Right.
And then I'm walking through the thing. It was like a break. I guess they were taking a break, the paid audience. And I see Norm and he goes, I really like that you dug it.
Oh.
So that was a special moment.
He's the real deal. He really is.
Yeah, I think he could tell. And I said I met you once at Caroline's, and I told him I really.
I was there for one of the greatest Norm moments in comedy history. I think he was kicked. He was kicked out of Nebraska.
That sounds realistic.
And you can maybe look it up later. Where it says Norm Macdonald was kicked out of the state by the governor, and he went on Letterman to talk about it. And I want to say it was like 1996 because I just finished my first year at SNL. It was 95, so it was the summer of 96. And I remember going on tour. There you go. You saw it. Go down. Yeah, kicked out of Iowa. That's me talking about it.
Okay.
But anyway.
Should we look on a video or should we look at a story?
Don't look at that. I want to see the real. There has to be a headline.
How Norm Macdonald got kicked out of Iowa?
Yes.
Okay.
Gazette. There you go. Okay. All right. So many were disgusted. Some were delighted. So he's supposed, now you understand something. Okay. Mm-hmm. This is the first time me touring with a star.
Okay.
We go to the airport and people are like, oh my God, you're Norm Macdonald. I'm like, wow, this is everywhere we went. Oh my God, you're Norm Macdonald. We show up at the university. He's like, I got to go golfing with the fucking governor tomorrow. They want me to fucking golf. Fucking governor.
Yeah, what is that game where you fucking hit the
right?
thing?
So I'm like, he's with a governor. This is huge. Who gets to say that? So it's me, Daryl Hammond, and him.
And you both of you guys went?
We're on the gig.
Okay.
We're going out. He's telling us.
Daryl Hammond, yes.
And so we get to the gig, and is packed. And they go, now listen, there's kids here, and there's students and alum and the dean and all these people here. So
that's the worst.
And they're like, yeah, clean. I get it. No worries. I go, we're in Sunny Lake. He goes, that's why we got you guys, because you're used to live TV. Blah, blah. So Daryl goes up first, does his 20 minutes, does impressions, does his comedy. Hilarious. Mm-hmm. I go up, do my 20, feel great, crush it. Norm goes up. I'm not even exaggerating. The first thing he says, he goes up, he goes, it's like, I'm preparing. I'm like, this is going to launch my career. Are you kidding me? This is going to be huge. I'm going to be all. He goes, fucking, where the fuck are we? First person to even curse. Right? I went, oh, shit, he cursed. And he goes, so if you're gay, would you rather be the ass guy or the dick guy? This is what he starts off with. So I go, Daryl, you gotta come see this. And he's going, and he won't stop. He's like,
Daryl's just being depressed in the back.
Because if you're the ass guy, why do you want to be the ass guy? First of all, he's going on. People are grabbing their kids, running up the aisle. I never saw a place clear out. It looked like a fire alarm was going off. But the college students were staying, and they were howling with laughter. And one thing, and then in the middle, after about 15 minutes, he goes, Jesus Christ, what do you want to do? You want fucking airplane jokes? You want fucking 7-Eleven jokes? Jesus Christ, fuck out of here. So the next day, in the paper, USA Today or the Gazette, they're like, Norm Macdonald's out.
Wow.
Governor wants him out of the state.
Governor wants him.
Get out of my state. But to witness that.
To have someone like that appreciate what you, especially because my story with Norm is not, it doesn't start out great, because I did Last Comic Standing in 2000 and whatever. It never aired. And I did my joke, and I did well, and it was him. It was Damon Wayans and Roseanne.
Yeah.
And Roseanne liked me. Damon Wayans, like, he was like not. He was just like, yeah. He just like smiled and laughed. I think he said right on. I don't know what he was just like barely there. Like he wasn't. I don't remember anything either way. And then Norm was like, how many years have you been doing comedy? I'm like, 4. He's like, what? It takes 10 years to be a comedian. What are you doing here? I was like, ah. And I remember that was the biggest gut punch I got in stand-up. And I remember being at the Hilton by where they shoot all those shows. By where is that? Universal City?
Yeah.
That area?
Yeah.
I was in the Hilton and I was just like I couldn't even eat. I was like, this is horrible. And I spoke to one of the comics I was staying with at that point. And he was like, Last Comic Standing. He's like, you go in there and they pay legends to tell you not to do what you love, which is kind of what. But I got over it. I kept doing it. And then he became a fan of us later on and a lot of shit we were doing. And he was right. You know, I was a 4-year, 5-year comic then. It's like, you do need more time to mature.
But he used to speak in his spade when we did, all staying at the hotel in Boston, this nice hotel. And one day we were just sitting in Spade's room because he had a big room, you know?
Yeah.
And we're all sitting there and then suddenly the door rings and it's like $800 worth of like steaks and stuff like that. And then Spade's like, I don't think I ordered this. No, because I ordered it. I figured you said you were hungry before. And he's like, and he would do it all the time. Spade. And then Spade would just be like, so funny along, like, yeah, I don't know if I wanted to pay for everybody's eat. You know? These people I don't even know. Like, yeah, I figured, well, you're hungry. Everybody's probably hungry. You guys are hungry. You just be sitting there and you eat like the steak, like just cut it like, you know, a cartoon technique.
Yeah, right.
This is good steak.
With his oversized T-shirt.
And it would play off each other. Watching them was like one of the funniest things, like watching a TV show.
I was writing like bad sketch jokes my like first year in LA with a friend of mine at the Coffee Bean. I don't even think it's there anymore, across from the mall. And it's late, and they're about to close down. And in walks Norm Macdonald. And the girl says to me, who I'm writing with, this girl that I worked with at a production company, she says to me, she goes, oh, yeah, you know who that is, right? And I go, holy fuck, holy shit. And she goes, that's the Bob Dole guy. I go, the Bob Dole guy?
Oh, I would have ripped her eyes out.
I mean, I was like, it's fucking Norm Macdonald. And
Yeah.
she's like, no, I know, I forgot his name. I was like,
Oh,
what?
God.
So we sit there and I'm kind of fanboying out and I'm just kind of, you know, like not trying to face him, and he's ordering coffee and I keep kind of looking over just to like, cause you just want to get a glimpse. Cause when I'm 22, I just moved to LA. I was like, fuck, holy shit, it's Norm Macdonald. He comes in there where the coffee is. He looks over. She's a pretty girl. Okay. And obviously doesn't see me at all, doesn't know I exist. And he's kind of trying to talk her up a little bit. He's like, what are you guys doing? And she goes, oh, we're writing sketches. And he goes, oh yeah, I know a thing or two about sketches. And both of us were like, yeah, no, we know. Like, and I started stumbling. I'm like, no, I was a fan of your sketches,
Right.
you know. And he goes, oh, okay, well, I'm gonna go next door. I'm gonna get a Steinbeck novel. Barnes & Noble. There used to be a Barnes & Noble. He goes, I'm going to get a Steinbeck novel. I'm laughing, thinking he's just making jokes. And he goes, I'll be back, okay? I'll be back. And he walks out, and I'm like, whoa, how fucking cool was that? Hand to God. He comes back in with a Steinbeck novel and sits down by us and just starts talking.
Oh, my God.
I swear on my life.
Oh, my God.
It was almost like you started a Norm engine, and he just wanted to talk. So he just started talking and talking and talking and telling stories. And I shouldn't tell it, like, I don't want to fuck it up, but the best story he told, I said, what was your most, like, secret fun thing that happened at SNL that, like, you know, like, what was some inside shit? And he goes, Smigel and I, Robert Smigel. If you don't know who Robert Smigel is, he's Triumph the Insult Comic Dog. He's the voice and the genius behind that. Smigel's a fucking phenomenal genius writer and comedian. He goes, Smigel and I, we used to write sketches for Tracy, because we knew Tracy Morgan. We knew Tracy, you know, he was bad in table reads. He couldn't read for shit. You know, he's a fucking stumble through words, you know? So one time we wrote this sketch that we knew was going to tank. Lauren hated it. And we showed it to Tracy anyway because we knew he had trouble reading. He had someone helping him read. He had bad time with S's. So we wrote this sketch about this guy who's like a gay animal handler named Brian Fellows. Do you remember that sketch?
Yeah.
Brian Fellows? And he goes, if you look, the best part for us was it was Brian Fellows, 'S, Safari Planet. It was 3 S's in a row is the sketch that we pitched. So in the room, even though the sketch was bad, we knew Tracy would go, Brian Fellows, this is Brian Fellows, this is Safari Planet. And we knew we would crush in the room. He goes, and everybody lost it. He was like, the sketch was terrible. But Tracy would go, Brian Fellows, this is Safari Planet. And Norm goes, he goes, that is the funniest thing. We used to fuck with Tracy all the time. And dude, I was like, my heart was filled with comedy warmth. This is the most wild part. Again, I don't believe that this happened. To myself, I'm going, this is a lie. You're making this up.
Right.
But she's my proof. We walk out when they finally close the doors. After they're like, Mr. McDonald, you can stay. You know, the Coffee Bean kids are sitting just listening. We all walk outside, and he starts taking off, kind of headed north on La Cienega. And as a joke, my friend goes, do you want to ride? Are you walking? And he goes, no, I don't want to get in the car with you. And we start laughing, and he goes, okay, shotgun. And he comes and runs, sits in the front seat.
No.
I swear to God on my life.
Oh, my God.
Her car. I'm sitting in the back seat, and he's showing us where to go, and we drop him off at his house, and at this complex. And he gets out, and he kind of opens the door, and we didn't say anything the whole car ride.
Right.
We just listened to him going, left here, right here. And he gets out, and he turns and looks in the car, and all he said, he just goes, good luck, or whatever, and closes the door.
Wow.
Yeah. That was my Norm Macdonald moment in comedy. But
I have so many Norm moments in my life. My first press conference with Norm was, they prepped us into like, you got to speak, and it's live, and it'll be BBC. And
he's a bigger star than you, so you have to sit there and kind of pay. You have to be.
It was him and Spade right next to me.
So you have to be second fiddle at the moment, or were you?
Yeah, man. I'm the new kid on the block. We're all a new cast. It's an all new cast except for Spade, Tim Meadows, and Norm Macdonald.
Wow.
And we're like, whoa. And even looking at Norman Spade, I was like, oh, these guys are stars. Like, this is huge.
Yeah, I bet.
I'm really looking up to them. And the press conference go, and I dropped the ball right out of the bat. They asked me, the head of NBC who fought for me to be there, goes, Jim, what was it like growing up watching SNL? And now you're from New York and now a fellow New Yorker. I said, I didn't watch SNL growing up. Well, you can hear. I was like, oh, I saw Laura. I went, oh, that was Spade went, so he said, and I knew right away, like, oh man, that was really bad. That was bad. And so he goes, I go, well, I wasn't allowed to because I was young. And he goes, well, what about when you were old? He's trying to prep me. He goes, surely when you got older and you were allowed to watch it. And I went, I was out on Saturdays. I wasn't watching TV. And and Norm's like, they're going to like you. They're going to like you. This is my guy. And he's smoking.
No way.
He's smoking, and Marcy Klein is going, Norm, put out the cigarette. He's like, I'm not done. This guy's going to get fired. So I think I'm going to get fired because I saw Lorne Michaels' face. He was pissed.
So you sitting there super nervous at this point?
I swear in my life, in my kids' lives, I thought I was going to get fired.
Damn.
Because I just basically said I don't watch Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
And I never did. And
yeah, which is not
a good answer.
It's not the message.
In front of the press.
Yeah.
And I didn't say it in a mean manner, but I could just tell the boss man was like, so I went, oh, Jesus, Lord. So now I'm sitting there thinking I'm going to get fired. Swear to God. And I'm just like, oh my God, I didn't even make it to the first episode. They're going to let me go. So this is what's going on in my head. There has to be a video of this press conference in the black market somewhere. I've looked for it, never found it. It's the 1995 press conference. And so they asked Norm, they go, Norm, you, Tim Meadows, David Spade, you've been here. You know the frat house. Everyone knows SNL is a frat house. What kind of practical jokes you got lined up for these new cast members? And I swear to you, I went, I'm not even going to be part of the frat house or the practical jokes. Damn. And Norm goes, first of all, he's annoyed. He goes, practical jokes? Is that what you asked? What kind of practical jokes? Well, first we were thinking about anal rape. You know? Like, hey, yeah, take your pants. We're going to anally rape you. Welcome to Saturday Night Live. I'm going, oh, shit. He's going to get fired, too. You can't say anal rape in front of the press. Yeah. He said anal rape.
So suddenly you're like, I'm back in this.
I'm in it.
Yeah, I'm good.
I'm good. And I went up to him after. I went, Nori's like, they don't give me. No one gives a shit, bro. He gives, fuck these guys. Yeah. And I realized he would pitch at the pitch meeting. He just didn't care. He didn't care. And I learned so much from him. Just clearly he saw a lot and he's been there forever. Like he would, I remember he gathered the new cast up. He's like, I swear to God, he goes, hey, don't write me any of your gay sketches. He goes, I'm telling you right now, when I do a sketch, it's getting you on. But don't put me in your gay little sketches. I swear to God, man. I also traumatized him. We would play football in the hallway because he was very competitive. He's always betting. And it was a very tiny hallway, maybe as wide as this, maybe. And he like, come on, bro, we're playing 3 a.m. Go fucking, come on, we're playing football. Me, you, Colin Quinn, and fucking Justin, you fucking fuck the phone calls. No one's calling 3 a.m. Get the fucking ball, let's go. So he would cheat, would piss me off because I'm competitive. And I'll never forget, he keeps cheating, and now I'm pissed.
How's he cheating? It's like a hallway. It's like a hospital hallway.
It's a hallway, but he fucking cheat. He's a cheater.
Yeah.
Right. So
yeah, he is a cheater.
I had boots on. Yeah. So I had work boots on.
Yeah. Because you're supposed to write in. Yeah.
I'm supposed to be riding fucking work boots on. I'm stoned. Like,
oh, the ink's heavy. Yeah.
So now he cheated. I caught the ball, and then he grabbed it and pulled it from me. He's like, hey, fumbled! And he starts running the other way. I'll never forget. I fucking kicked him as he's running in his calf. I went, pow! And he goes, ah! Jesus Christ, bro. Why'd you fucking kick me in my fucking calf? I said, because you're cheating. So you fucking kick me? Ah! Jesus Christ. And all he did all week, he like, fucking bro, fucking kicked me in my calf because I took the fucking ball. Jesus Christ, bro.
And Spade just in the distance, like, yeah,
I had a good. And so those are the moments I loved more that stuff. You know, all of it was worth it. All of it was worth it.
A lot of people get these pictures or tattoos, you know, like of me as Joe Dirt. You know, they send you, a lot of people get a lot of tattoos of stuff, like things you say or photos or whatever. Or they send me ones of Farley or whatever. So this guy sends me one of, he's got Norm of all morons on his hand, Norm Macdonald. So I text Norm, I just send it to him. I go, hey, you have fans. And then I put in parentheses, fan. all we know is for sure this one guy. Uh-huh. And then of course, like days later, David, hello, it's me, Norm. How are you? Have you ever texted with Norm?
No, I haven't, no.
Times 1,000. He just goes, he waits days, and then at 3 a.m, hello? I go, Norm, what are you doing? Are you answering me from 4 days ago? Is that what you're doing? Dave, it's Norm. Do you like money? Yes, Norm, I like money. Why? Would you like to have more money than all your wildest dreams? Yes, I would. And then an hour later, would you like to walk into a dealership and point to a car and then just buy it? I go, of course. How? And then 3 hours later, bet the over in the Blackhawks game in the first quarter. First period or something. I go, oh, okay. Too bad that game was 6 days ago, you fucking idiot.
When Norm Macdonald, I wonder what you think of this. He said, do you want to, I think he was talking about Bill Maher. There are a number of comedians you can do this with, I suppose. But he said, do you want to be a comedian or do you want to be a smart guy? Do you are you going to pick? Are you going to pick? Where are you philosophically on that?
Oh, I want to be a smart guy. Like Norm, and I love Norm Macdonald. He is my hero. He is one of my idols. We worked together on Last Comic Standing and did not get along. I took the job to work with him. Our philosophies were very different, and his criticisms of the other comics. He was a judge. I was the host. I was surprised by. And so it was just very different philosophically. All the respect in the world for Norm and what he did. It was amazing. I never try to replicate what he did. Not that I would change anything about Norm Macdonald. It's very different.
You didn't get along, though. You thought you were going to get along. You were hoping to get along. And one of your heroes.
I wanted to be best friends. But I think we were both, and we figured it out, but I think we were both a little disappointed in the job we had taken. And saw the other comedians on the show and we're like, fuck, what are we doing here? And so we were both not in the greatest of moods and then would butt heads a little bit. Like just because he's my idol didn't mean that I backed down at all. I kind of treated Last Comic Standing like it was my show and no one else thought that. And so, yeah, we were gonna butt heads, but that's okay.
It is okay, but I wonder if, you're going in thinking someone's going to be your best friend. You're a loner. He's a hero of yours. I imagine a bit of an inspiration at least. And yes, of course, it's okay that you didn't get along, but it would have been better than okay if you had.
Sure, but it didn't make me like him less or respect him less. It was like, this is an issue of mine and his. Like neither one of us had, a lot of friends or was around people a lot of the time. But, yeah, I think just right off the bat, I think he said something. I made fun of him for it. He wasn't happy about it. And I was like, I'm going to keep making fun of you because I took this job. And I'm not just going to sit here and let you take over. And that was, it was a tough week. We did 8 episodes of that show. Yeah.
And neither one of you liked being there because you thought the show was going to be something different, or you thought this particular thing, once you realized it wasn't up to your standards, you're like, what have I done? Or
I think Norm and I thought this was going to be like the Norm. I thought this was going to be the Norm and Anthony show where the comics go and perform, and they're all bad. Like they're all like young comics doing 3 minutes. It's not like the comics were bad, but it was still all about them. And if the comics were really bad and we said something funny about it, then that whole thing was cut from the show because they only wanted to show the good comics. So Norm and I were, what are we doing here? If we can't give our real opinion, you don't want anyone to be mean. And there's 100 fucking contestants. We were both just like, this is not the best use of our time.
Why is it that you can't, England's not doing well financially.
Right.
Can't you get you call them your mates?
Mm-hmm.
They're friends.
Yeah.
Everybody else in the world. They call them mates.
Sure.
Get a couple of dozen of your mates and go down to that Buckingham Palace and kill the old bag.
To what end?
It's money.
Right.
And here you're kind of I don't know if you're a punk rock kind of a guy or what you are, but you don't seem to have much use for authority. Now, Egypt has the Egypt Spring, and they're like, we got to get rid of this guy. He owns half the money in the country, right? Let's get together on Facebook and we'll storm the palace. I feel in England, the people here in this room could get in there and take, the Queen has all the money.
She's got a lot of money, hasn't she?
She's the richest woman in the world.
Are you an old sea captain? What is this shtick that are you drunk on rum? We were talking outside about why you never guest hosted for some of the. I'm beginning to realise, but it's what's weird is you're not even drunk, and yet it's the illusion of it is extraordinary. Have you had a stroke or have you had a breakdown? It's a breakdown. You just had a little light breakdown on the way in the car. Because I'm pretty sure I've watched some of these other editions of the show, and I'm pleased to see that I've broken from the rule of only having white blokes on the show, which seems to be you only have white men and Roseanne
because it's supposed to be a comedy.
Right. But it's supposed to be.
It's supposed to be. It's allegedly.
Today there was a story about Dave Chappelle released a special on Netflix today.
Oh, he did today?
And there's a joke in there where he says that it was okay what Kevin Spacey did to Anthony Rapp because Anthony Rapp grew up to be gay anyway. And he went on to say it's actually not okay, but he's taking some heat for it. Do you think it's right or wrong or for him to say something like that? Do you think it's okay to say? Or what do you think?
I think Chappelle's the greatest comedian.
If women are actually equal to men, then there would be no WNBA, would there? You would just be good enough to play in the NBA with us. Or, here's another idea that's going to be very controversial. You could shut the fuck up.
After closing out a successful first season, the WNBA is considering several changes to improve the level of play in the league next year. Among the proposals, extending the playoffs, increasing salaries, bringing back the three-point line, and replacing all the female players with guys. The WNBA officials expanded to 10 teams this week, adding franchises in Detroit and Washington, D.C. But before you get too excited about the new additions to the league, remember, all of the players are still women. They stink at basketball, that's the problem. Other than that, it'd be a good, good game, but they're all horrible, so it makes for a kind of a boring game. The next time I watch a WNBA game will be the first time I watch a WNBA game.
I know more than half the people in this room have been molested in their lives. But it wasn't no goddamn Michael Jackson, was it? This kid got his dick sucked by the king of pop.
Yeah. I mean, even like you say, your unwanted WNT allegations against Michael Jackson, there had to be kids that were like, well, this is pretty cool. Yeah. This is not some old pre.
I know it's time to close my eyes to old ends, open up to new friends, leave my heart in Berlin, where the tables turning, seeking.
Deep throat porn legend Harry Reeves. Yeah, he died. But how are they going to close that casket? I mean, probably because of his erection, I would think.
How are they going to close that casket? That isn't very good, is it?
I didn't write that one.
Plus, a man died.
Yeah, a guy died.
How are they going to do it?
He was a real pioneer.
Jonathan Winters is a brilliant, improv guy, and he would dress up as this character, Marty Frickert, as an old lady, and he'd go, "Hello there." He did a voice, and Johnny Carson just stole it. Even the costume, everything. And then, so this guy couldn't do it anymore.
Oh, my God.
You know what I mean? Because it'd be like if Jimmy Fallon took one of your bits.
Yeah.
You can't do it.
You can't do it anymore, yeah.
Robin Williams was notorious for it, right?
Well, listen.
I think it's a well-known. All right, that's fine.
You know what they always say? Speak ill of the dead. You know that old fucking, that old saw? God damn.
It's been a couple years, just let it.
Yeah, it's just less
doesn't matter.
But anyways, Joyce Brothers. Yeah. Well, I don't want to speak ill of the dead, but what a fucking whore.
Jesus.
No, she was a nice lady.
It's hard to believe that the entire cast of Saved by the Bell is now dead.
It's hard to believe that. What? Organist Ray Manzarek died this week at the age of 74. The curse of the Doors. What about this? 42-year-old Richard Swanson set out to dribble a soccer ball from Seattle to Brazil, but got hit by a car in Oregon and died. Well, at least he got to die loving what he do. At least he got to die doing what he loved, Nick. dribbling a soccer ball in traffic. No, that's not nice.
The man behind the voice of Tony the Tiger. Sadly, the man behind the voice of Tony the Tiger died at 64. His last words, "I don't feel great." I gave it something.
Yeah. All my children star Matthew Cowles has died at the age of 69. Oh. Or has he? Oh. David Brenner was the biggest comic ever to come out of Philadelphia.
Well, again,
and he just passed away, and we should talk about him.
Yeah, we should, but let me finish this sentence, and I don't even think David Brenner would mind if he's watching.
Sure. He's probably watching from, actually probably from down below, getting raped by the devil.
Well,
I mean, that guy had some sins that he died with, but whatever. No, I'm just saying. No, I'm saying David Brenner led a life that made Sodom and Gomorrah seem like Burbank.
Nice guy.
Led me as abacus.
I want to do this.
Jesus.
Oh, come on, that's not a Chinese guy.
I wasn't saying it was.
No, that's kind of racist.
What are you, Mickey Rooney?
Hey, hey, come on.
I know he's dead,
Have
but
a
Mickey
little
Rooney
respect.
did a very racist thing, like you just did, in a movie called Breakfast at Tiffany's by the wonderful Truman Capote.
I wasn't doing anything racist, and you know it. But go ahead.
Does Bob Barker still work there?
He's dead.
Bob Barker's dead?
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Well, rest in peace.
Oh, I'm sorry. Drew Carey just took
don't
over.
listen to
I
fucking
assumed he was.
Daniel.
Oh, God, he's not dead.
Who's alive and
Bob
who's
Barker is
dead.
not dead.
Last
I think
week,
he was
I
alive.
hope he's alive.
Daniel, we wanted
God.
to book Jan Michael Vincent. The guy tells us he's dead. He's not dead at all. he's all clean like you guys.
From the
Oh, by
Beachcomber
the way,
stash.
man, my condolences goes out to Hoffman, Dustin Hoffman.
Dustin Hoffman's still around.
I thought he died of a heroin.
No. Dustin's still with us. We're waiting for Rain Man 2.
Didn't he die of a heroin overdose?
Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Who's that?
A different actor.
Rain Man?
Son.
No relation. Believe it or not.
None?
No relation.
Who's Relic?
Well, good luck to you, Dustin. Man Graves are the perfect gift for Dad this Father's Day. Your dad's alive?
No.
Fuck. God damn it. I'm sorry about your dad.
That's fine.
Is your father still alive?
No.
God damn,
Thanks
that's
a lot.
2 out of 3. He's dead too?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
I like it.
Well, this Father's Day, your father's dead. But you have children. You are a father.
Yes, and I'm not dead.
Oh, this is about your aunt.
My aunt?
Is she fucking dead?
Yes.
You don't have a living aunt?
Maybe.
My father was brutally murdered last week, and it's only now I can look back and laugh. And then these people would fucking answer. They go like, "I'm so sorry," like it's closure takes a while. And so I had to go, no, it was a joke. That's cool.
How does anyone read that and not, especially from you, and not think it's a goddamn joke?
I wanted to talk about the crocodile hunter. Did you? Because I think you're gonna make him sad. Because I think it was tragic at the time. But I think I don't know. People calling me, man, they're shocked. Oh, hey, you wouldn't believe it. Who got killed? The crocodile hunter. Please don't make me laugh at this. They were like, he was 44 years old. I'm like, that's a ripe old age for a crocodile hunter. That's not. Now, you know who had to be pissed about it were the crocodiles, because he got killed by some fruity fish. And so, you know the crocodiles were like, hey, man, that crocodile hunter got killed. Who did it, Frank? Nah, you don't even want to know, man. No, Bill, man, you had a chance. Like the guy go, man, I had a chance. I had that mother. He was Tommy with a stick. I could have eaten him and his kid. I don't feel good about this. You remember I ever tell you that story, Bill? Yeah, only 1,000 times. That's for the kids. All right, Norm Macdonald.
I'm so lazy that I feel like guilty sometimes that other people, have Like, put it to me this way, man. If I got like in an accident and was paralyzed from the neck down, it wouldn't really affect my lifestyle. You're about the same, you know? Watching the TV, you know? Lying on the couch. That's why I feel so sad when some guy like that's active, like that Christopher Reeves guy, he's like active, man, and riding horses, and he's Superman, you know? And, you don't get much more active than that. And so for that guy, it's a tragedy, you know? For me, it's a tragedy that I don't get hit by a truck. But for him, it's a tragedy that he falls off a horse and he's all paralyzed from the neck down. And the worst thing about being paralyzed from the neck down is that your cock is down from your neck. That's the bad part about that. Because if they just told you, yeah, your calf is paralyzed. Yeah. All right, fair enough. If they said, hey, bad news, you're paralyzed from just below the cock down. You're like, oh man, that's too bad. I was going to use those toes and shit. That's like Christopher Reeves lying in his bed. They're always like, they always got like little thing. Hey, Christopher, we're going to work on your, like, we do a thing now. You can move your neck up a little bit better. He's got to be going, hey, listen, anything on the cock, man, anything at all. If you guys can focus the next couple of years just on the cock, exclusively on the cock, you know? I'm getting used to sitting down, you know? Remember when he was a director for a while? Wasn't that odd? He was in that fucking thing, but he was a director? Isn't that crazy? I don't know what the hell that was. He was directing a movie, but from a crazy, like... How can you do that? I don't even know how you can do that. What if he was one of those real bastard directors, you know? So you call that acting, you fucking motherfucker? What the fuck was that? Ridiculous. He's like, hey, I got something I want to do in the next scene there, Jimmy. How about we kill a fucking horse? I was thinking that'd be a good scene. Shoot a horse in the head. I don't know. That might be a good scene.
Well, next Tuesday is Halloween, or as evil old people know it, Razor Apple Day. According to retailers, the most popular Halloween mask this year is O.J. Simpson. And the most popular Halloween greeting is, I'll kill you and that guy who's bringing over your glasses, or treat. Ghosts, they don't fucking scare me. I mean, I'm not trying to say I'm a big shot, you know? I mean, I am saying that. I am trying to say that. I'm trying to say I'm a big shot. Now, I'm not trying to say I'm no fucking tough guy, but I am. I'm a fucking tough guy. I'll fucking fight. No. But I'm saying I'm not afraid of ghosts. And I'll tell you why. First of all, they're invisible and shit, and when you, let's say they go to punch you, right? Their fucking hand goes right through your body. So I'm not scared of that fucker. Like, the guy that scares me is the guy that when he punches you and then his hand doesn't fucking disadvantage. It hits you. That fucker, I don't like him. The ghost, I like. And then, like, you know,
One time I went to a hotel and they had a fucking ghost. Was there? Is it a ghost? Was there? And you think you wouldn't put that on the front of the hotel? You think some people might not show up, not wanting to be haunted by a ghost. But anyways, people would show up at this hotel, and I had to fucking stay there. And anyways, it said there was this woman that was a fucking ghost, and her name was the woman in the blue dress. You know, and she haunted the halls, evidently. Anyways, I thought it was a reckless nickname, first of all. I would have called her the Ghost. I think that was her defining quality. I've seen blue dresses before, nothing terrifying about them. But anyway, so the ghost shows up, and what is the ghost really? All they can do is fucking startle you. You're like, ah, what the fuck? Oh, you're a ghost, you know. What are you gonna do? Hang around all the time? They're like, ah. You're like, yeah, okay. Because at first you'd be startled, but by 6 months you're like, ah, yeah, you scared me out again. I was scared again. They're like, ah. You're like, yeah. Why are you still here? I forgot. And they're whiny, those fucking ghosts, aren't they? Jesus, goddamn. They're always like, I've got to stay here. And you're like, why? And they're like, because unfinished business. I must come to peace with it. And then you're like, what about me, you fucker? I got the same problems as you, except you can walk through the fucking walls. I'd much rather be you, a ghost. Anyway. And of course, the most frightening is the Count Dracula, that fucker, the vampire. No, the vampire does not. The vampire is the oddest one to me because they go, listen, the fucking vampire is around today. I heard he was around. So we gotta get shit, garlic and all this other shit and everything, and silver bullets, and then we get a 2x6 and hew it, so we get the proper. Then we get a fucking wooden mallet. We got, as the beast descends upon us, we must strike him, in the center of his chest and explode his heart and kill this ancient plague, Because if we make one small mistake, he'll bite our necks, and then we'll be immortal. What? What was that last part? What? I didn't hear the last part. And they bite your neck and you get to be a cool vampire forever. Unless someone tricks you and makes you a pile of dust, which would also be a cool way to go out. But you get to be a vampire and then you're sexy. So vampires are now sexy, which is cool, Women love vampires. You probably love vampires, right? I don't know what it is, but man, women love vampires like babies love stray dogs. They touch them somewhere deep within their souls. I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what it is. I'm no doctor. Sometimes I claim to be a doctor, but it's all in good fun. Enjoy performing experiments on the human body sometimes, and if you like that sort of thing, you have to pretend to be a doctor. Pretty well the only way they'll let you do it. I have the suit at home. Anyway.
In my opinion, if we're going to fight the war on terror, a good place to start would be our country's haunted houses.
When I was a kid, I went to the haunted house at the state fair, and my dad did not want to pay the 50 cents to get in to the haunted house. And it was like this trailer with ghosts and stuff. And my dad goes, that's no goddamn haunted house. So I'm like, sure it is. He goes, no, it's not. It's got wheels on it. It drives around. The ghosts will come right out. It was like ruined it for me. Whatever.
you've been living under a rock, Star Wars. I do not understand why people stand in line for days and days and days. They can't see the movie in 2 weeks. I mean, they don't have jobs. In any event, so I went to see Star Wars. I have never seen any of the Star Wars, and I felt terrible about it until I learned that
I never saw it. Never saw the first one.
I never saw any of them.
No.
You never saw anything? You never wanted to see Star Wars?
No, I never liked them. I don't like those science fiction because my dad always hated them. And you know how you try to be what your dad, you try to be, you know what I mean? And I remember when I was a kid, I watched that Twilight Zone. Remember that show? And oh my God, my dad hated it because it was too fantastical, and he thought I should be doing the chores. And I remember one time me and my brother were watching Star Wars.
All I said was, have you ever seen Star Wars? 10 minutes later.
This goes on. That's Norm.
We only have 2 more minutes.
I was just giving you a little backstory. But me and my brother were watching the Twilight Zone, and then my dad walked by, and we were watching, and we were all excited about this Twilight Zone. And then my dad walked by, and he looked at like the screen, and he said, "I suppose this one's a goddamn ghost."
Oh, well, that was funny. Okay. Anyway, we're going to give our quick review.
This is what you never hear. He made love to me in the ass.
That's true. You never hear that. Odd.
We're building to the end of the show. You got to top that one, though.
The point is that Andy Dick was actually kicked off a porno award show for being too offensive.
Well, they're giving away, awards for best anal.
Yeah, I know, right.
Yeah. So what could you have possibly done that was more offensive?
Wait. Are you saying anal is somehow offensive?
No, to some not to me.
I know, no kidding.
I think I was being drunk and disorderly.
I must see that video I was going to show you where the girl shoves her foot up that dude's asshole.
I can't get that vision out of my mind. I remember it, yeah.
What, do you got any symptoms? I know a lot of stuff.
Bleeding from my anus. Internally, I think. I mean, no, that's not a joke. That's true.
Well, I know it's not a joke.
I don't know. I've been
around jokes my whole life.
Right. Well, I mean, I wasn't trying to be funny. That's true.
So
I'm bleeding internally, I think.
So
you know what I mean?
You're really bleeding from your anus?
Yeah, I really am.
Because you gave up that entire lifestyle that would make me think you were still bleeding from the anus, but you told me you'd given that all up.
You're talking about alcohol, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But how you love to go to those bars and get real drunk.
Yeah.
And then the next day you'd wake up and you'd be bleeding from the anus. What's the color of the blood that's coming out of your anus?
Well, the good thing is it's not dark. It's not
that's
dark.
good.
It's brighter.
If it's bright red, it's coming from the rectal area.
Oh, okay.
And it's not as dangerous.
Well, that's good. I haven't had a physical since I was 16. I'm terrified.
And you're 30 what?
34. It's been a while.
Yeah.
About 18 years. So hopefully, number 6 on the must list, maybe the money will start coming. I'll be able to see that doctor.
And let's not talk about your ass and shit all the time.
No, I don't want to talk about it.
It's unseemly. It's unsettling. It's both unsettling and unseemly. To me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, I do. I mean, you brought up health and you asked about my health. I was just trying to be honest. You know?
Yeah, but you're as fit as a fiddle.
Sure, let's go with that.
Well, you are. I think you are.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
A new hangover-free vodka is on the market. The ads claim that the 80-proof vodka is so pure, it's virtually headache-free. But before you run out and buy it, remember, it causes massive anal bleeding. Well, troubles continue for New York Senator Alphonse D'Amato. A week after offending many Japanese Americans with his impression of Judge Lance Ito, the senator entered a New York hospital complaining of mild chest pains this week. Attending physician, Dr. Hikuru Akosaki, examined the senator and found nothing serious, then performed a 6-hour rectal exam just to be sure. At the Davis County Jail in Utah, a judge has ordered that 17-year-old Wes Howard be placed in the general prison population after he complained of being unfairly segregated from the adult inmates. The judge came to this decision over the strenuous objection of Wes Howard's ass. Well, according to a new Entertainment Weekly poll, 72% of their readers say they would not be offended if a TV show lead character were gay. Though that figure shrinks to 1% when these same readers are reminded that being gay can involve anal sex. You know, it's always like, hey, my dad, anally raped me or something, you know? I mean, who of us haven't been anally raped by their fathers? I mean, really.
I've been searching for what's missing, but the answer...
I don't see you that much because I heard you're afraid. You don't like flying. You really don't like flying.
No, I don't care for flying.
And you don't like one of the things, and I don't know if it's true, but you don't like it because they search you at the airports now.
Yeah, well, I went to Canada, you know, my home land, and I decided to go there, and they wanted to search me, you know.
Right.
And I said, because I know a lot of this involves, you know, when they search you, they always want to search your ass. So I said...
Well, not always.
Well,
they don't always want to go down there.
That's what this character wanted.
Yeah.
He thought there was something suspicious looking about my ass. So he's like, I go, well, when we go in the back place there, you're going to take me in the black place, any chance you're going to search my ass? And, because I don't even want to know what's in my ass.
Yeah.
So he said, well, yes, sir, that's what we will be doing. So I said, you know what? I don't care for Canada that much.
It's not worth that.
Yeah, I just went home. Canada's a nice place and everything like that, but...
Well, also, the way you say it, and I'm just going to point this out, when you go up to someone, any chance you're going to search my ass, it almost sounds like you want them to. That sounds bad. Did you notice that?
Yeah, that's true.
It sounds a little... the way you say it, it's like, hey, any chance you're going to check the old ass? That sounds like you're wanting them to do it, which might cause problems.
Well, you know, John Glenn actually got searched. I read in the newspaper. You know,
the astronaut.
The astronaut. He wanted to get on a plane,
right.
And they decided to search him because of this incredible danger he poses to. They walked on the damn moon. You think you'd get a free pass for that? But no, they're fiddling around in John Glenn's ass.
I can't believe that.
It's ridiculous.
I'm trying to be a better person now. You ever try to do that? I give a guy some money out there, a homeless guy in the street, and this is a kind of odd thing. He had a dog with him. You ever see this? He's a homeless guy, but he's got a dog. That kind of odd there. Guy got no home, you know, but he's got a dog. And the dog's really thrilled with this idea, you know. Dog's going, hey, pal, I can do this by myself pretty well here, you know. For the longest walk in the world you got me on here. What the hell? What the hell kind of a thing? What the deuce?
And there was if you want to hear a story,
I love me a Norm story.
One time we were in the office doing update stuff, and there'd been a news item about there was going to be a newspaper for the homeless, you know, and so we were thinking about doing some of that. So we started improvising. It was more of a scene, not something we could do on the segment, but it was like a tough kind of Perry White kind of editor going like, you, Miller, I want 500 words on going to the bathroom in your pants. You, Immel, give me something, give me a human interest thing on urine stain magnet. You know, that kind of thing. Yeah. And like a lot of like photos, maybe some, you know, a little human side, you know, what are, you know, pets, that kind of thing. And so nothing came of it, and I sort of forgot we had the conversation, and then the first meeting we have after the summer, Norm comes in and goes, hey, Downey, remember that, you know, that thing we were talking about there with the, remember that thing with the newspaper for the homeless, you know? That thing? The homeless newspaper? And I go, yeah, yeah. He goes, yeah, well, you know, I was out in L.A. and I was asked to do this benefit, you know, for the coalition to feed the homeless, and, you know. And, you know, and I'm going, no. And he goes, yeah, you know, I did that bit, you know. They hated it. Hated it.
All right, you tell me now. That's the Andy Kaufman part of the joke, or is he actually surprised that they hated it? That's what I can't quite figure with look.
I know.
Oh yes.
And have you ever considered publishing a book that tells all that how-to book?
No, but I have considered some way to pass along what I have accumulated. Where's the fun part for me?
No, there's no fun for you.
There's no fun for me.
No, that's true. But what's the fun for you in giving a homeless guy spraying a handful of quarters and watching him dodge in and out of traffic? No, but I'm saying there's
that question answers itself.
I'm saying there's fun and maybe not fun, but you obviously want to give back. You never walked past a homeless person and they're begging you as a fellow human being for something and you ignore them and you maybe feel some evil bile come up?
No, sometimes I think if I give this person money, I'm kind of agreeing that you can't get out of this situation.
Well, but what if they can't?
I don't know if they can or they can't.
What are the things you'd like to change?
Change in the world?
Yourself.
Oh, in myself? I'd like to give more money to homeless people. I walk past too many of them.
I give money to them.
I try as much as I can, but every time I walk past them, I go, why didn't I give money to that guy?
Well, what else is going on? You went back? Did you get in the holiday spirit? Are you a kind of guy that gets,
I try to do something nice, you know? You ever try to do something nice?
No.
Oh.
It's not my style, Norm.
But it was Christmas in New York, you know, and I was alone. So anyways, there was a diner that I always go to near my house. It's a really nice diner. And so I went there, and there was this homeless bum there, you know?
Just say a homeless guy. It's not politically correct to say bum. Why can't you say homeless bum?
No, I thought they didn't like to be called bums.
Yeah, right. A homeless guy, yeah.
Okay. Well, anyway,
I'm not going to let you get to this story. I'm just going to keep giving you a hard time about bums. You meet a bum, a hobo, a tramp.
A tramp, yeah. He had a little stick with a thing on it.
He was from the 1930s. Yeah, okay.
And so he says to me, can I get some money off you? And I don't like giving the homeless bums money. I'll tell you why. Because I figure they'll do the crack. Right?
They'll do the crack.
Yeah,
okay.
my mom says never give a homeless bums money because they'll go do the crack. So I said, okay. I don't want to give this guy money. He'll go do the crack. I said, why don't I just bring you in the diner, you know, and I'll get you a meal. I'll buy you a meal. It's Christmas, you know, it'll be nice. So the guy goes, okay. So we go in the diner and we order, you know, the meal. And this guy just keeps ordering food, you know, like he's really hungry.
Yeah.
And so he orders and orders and orders, and I'm like, well, you know, you got to be nice, got to the, you know, thing.
Sure.
And so I order like a soup or something, and then all of a sudden, like, this unbearable stench comes off the guy, huge stench.
Really?
It smelled like.
That's okay.
Anyway, so I don't know what the smell was. But
yeah.
It was like, it was like human waste or something, you know? And it seemed to be coming from the guy's, like, trousers.
Norm, I said that's okay.
Okay.
I was like, the stench is enough. We all can do the rest in our heads.
Yeah, so this stench fills the diner, right? So I have to go to this diner, right? So everybody's looking at me like, what the hell did you bring a homeless bum in the diner for? With a stench, you know? So I'm like, I'm trying to eat my soup. I can't even eat it. And I'm wishing I'd bought this guy crack. I wish I'd got, you know what I mean? I wish I'd gone found some crack and bought it for the guy. So anyways, and everybody hates me, the guy that, you know, I go there every day. And so then the end of the meal comes. This guy's ordered everything, and I'm looking at my wallet. I only have like 28 bucks. It was like 31 bucks. All I had was a soup. And so now basically we're two homeless bums, you know? Neither of us. So I go, look, buddy, and he's been jabbering about Rockefeller. He was at Rockefeller's funeral. I didn't know what he was talking about. And I go, look, buddy, you got to come up with something here, you know? Kick in something.
You want him to? Yeah, that's only fair.
He ate almost everything. I had a soup. He was having a hamburger. So the guy goes in his pocket, and then I didn't want him to. Who God knows what he has in his pocket, right? But he had some coins, and they were all gross, and they were like some of them were black. Anyway, that's my Christmas story.
Man, wow! What a yarn spinner. You're a regular Garrison Keeler over here.
And some of the coins were black.
Good night, ladies and gentlemen. And you close the book and kiss your child good night. That's a nice story.
I took a homeless guy, said, I'm going to take you to this diner that I always go to. So I go there with him, into this diner, sit down to get me a meal. Good God, if the guy, the unbearable stench of urine starts coming off this guy. So nobody wants that in a restaurant.
No, you don't. You don't want that.
So I'm like, all right. Everybody's like trying to eat, So the guy orders his food, and I'm trying to talk to him. He starts telling me about how, this is his idea of a conversation, this guy. He starts telling me about how Governor Rockefeller is poisoning the pigeons right in the city. So I tell this guy, I go, what are you, retarded? I said, Governor Rockefeller, I said, the governor of this state is Pataki, Governor Pataki. He says, no, he talked weird. He was like, the pigeons. He says, the pigeons are the cleanest animal you ever seen. I go, I'm not arguing with you, buddy, but I'm telling you, the governor's name is Pataki. That's unbelievable. He's crazy. Turned out he wasn't retarded. He was, woo.
You say there's no way we could go back, and that I've broken what we had. I wish that you would come around.
Now, Norm, you've had Saturday Night Live has a really long. I used to work there. It's a long summer break, you guys.
Yeah, it's like school. You get a whole summer off.
It's pretty sweet. Have you been performing at all this summer?
Yeah, I did. I've been doing stand-up, at clubs and stuff.
Sure.
And, oh, man, I didn't realize how much, I forgot how much I stunk at it. Like, I'm not good, and everyone hates me. I went to this gig right in town. You ever hear of the Bowery?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know that place, right?
Sure, yeah. I've heard of it.
Yeah, it's Skid Row.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's all these homeless bums on the street and everything like that.
Yeah.
And you have to go through it. So I went to this club, and I bombed. They hated my guts, so I was all mad. I get mad when I don't do good. And then, so I went out of the thing, I walked out.
You walk like that, really? You've got that problem, I remember.
So I walk out of the club. So I get out, and this homeless guy, this bum, he starts walking beside me, bugging me, hey.
You're supposed to call them bums anymore, no?
Yeah,
but anyway.
Hobo,
A tramp.
A tramp.
A tramp, yeah. Okay, riding the rails.
Yeah,
right.
Just a layabout, and he's like coming up to me, and he's like bugging me. I want money. They always want money,
Yeah.
They never have money, So
that's the problem with them hobos, yeah.
So they're like, hey, give me some money, and sometimes they'll walk with you. So I said, look, man, I'm going to give you some money if you just go away. I'm mad at him, I was mad. I go, here, and I pull in my pocket, and I just give him a bunch of money, like change,
Yeah.
Give it to him. I go, go on, get out of here, you dirty bum, So he goes away. So then I go to get the subway, and I look at my pocket. I've given the guy, I don't have my token, my subway token.
Oh, you gave it away accidentally.
And I don't have a wallet or anything, so I was thinking I was going to try to jump the thing, but I thought then, you get in trouble for that. So I said, I got to find that bum, that homeless bum, So I have to go back, and I'm walking back the street, and there's all homeless bums. They're all lying there in the street, and I don't know which one is which. I can't remember. So I'm like lifting up guys' hats and stuff, and looking under newspapers. So finally I find this character. I go, hey, you. I go, give me some of that money back, And he's like, no, go away. He's turned mean, because I was mean to him earlier. He goes, go on, get out.
This is like a biblical tale, yeah, okay. The New Testament, all right, go ahead.
I felt sorry for him. He had no place. And so I go, okay, forget about it. And I go to turn around. Then I grab his cup, like, real quick, and I start running.
I like how your running is like walking, just turned up like 10 degrees. Okay.
So it was great. And then I felt bad, though, because when I looked through, I had like about $1 more than I gave him.
Oh,
that's not right.
That's not right at all.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
Yeah. Well, sometimes they say if you give, you'll receive more in return.
That's the sweetest story I've ever heard. I'm all choked up now. Now I heard also you've been you did a little cross.
Probably just down on his luck.
Yeah, that's what happens. Why'd you feel you had to throw that in?
I don't know. You know, I read books on the Great Depression, and they seem cool. But I would like to. It would be fun to go. I don't even like my wife anyway, and I don't got no money. I'll just get a stick and a pouch and head out.
No one does that anymore. No one ties a rag to a stick anymore. And what are you gonna do?
You're going to find a partner is what you're going to do pretty quick if you value your life.
Really?
Yeah. You see, people, it's all going to be different once the Great Depression, because my dad used to tell me about the Great Depression. Like, if I had money to invest in right now, you know what I would invest in? Guys jumping off the top of buildings. You think that's not going to happen, but soon that's going to be very big. And then those guys won't be powerful anymore because most of them will be dead and the rest severely crippled. And so the powerful guys will be the old hobos.
The hobos from olden times?
From the original Depression.
Oh, okay. Those guys are still around?
Some of them never gave up the life.
Okay.
And they use that stick for more than carrying a pouch on, I'll tell you that.
I don't even know what that means.
What that means is they'll drive your head, they'll, like an overripe cantaloupe it looks like.
What?
Until...
What the hell is that?
They'll club you to death for a sandwich.
Oh, my God. Well, thanks for spelling it out for me.
All right.
So you're afraid of these hobos?
Well, of course I am.
You really think these old hobos from the Depression, you think there's any one of them left?
Yeah, there's Kitchener Leslie.
What?
He's an old hobo that's waiting and wait for his time. You'll know all about it. You just wait. Hey.
You will literally say anything.
Didn't you once perform at a hospital for the insane?
Yeah.
What are you drinking? What are you drinking?
Fanta Orange.
Of course you
fantastic.
are. Of course you are.
Fanta Orange. You like the Fanta Grape, too, right? I'm assuming?
I have a grape Fanta for when my friends have,
Oh, don't do that, Norm.
What?
Norm.
I always have it here. But I know. No, I did do a hospital. It was supposed to be a regular hospital. And when I got there, there was barbed wire and everything, and it was a hospital for the criminally insane. And they had an incredible, room, and they said the Gatlin brothers were here last week. And I was like, what? Like, I wasn't even sure they deserved a show. And anyways, I went on. I got heckled before I said anything. As I was walking towards the stage, a guy yells out, nice shoes. Now, these guys are not politically correct.
No, right.
These are criminally insane people, you have to understand.
Right.
And then the guy beside him goes, Jerome's right, them some shoes.
No. Norm. Okay. I don't. Well, now what do we do?
Every dumb button at ESPN was just
okay. Look at you guys with your. Is he still there? Or did we lose him? Once we dump him twice, do we lose him, or do we still have him there?
Give me a second.
Okay.
Let's have a talk with Norm.
All right. All right. We'll come back and do celebrity prognostication with Norm Macdonald.
We think.
This is the Dan Le Batard Show with the Stugats on ESPN Radio.
Our thanks to Hank Azaria for joining us earlier. Norm Macdonald needs to make his NFL picks for this week, so he rejoins us here on the Shell Pennzoil Performance Line.
We like awkward around here. He's better at awkward and uncomfortable than we are. Mike Ryan's objection to the continuing of this segment has been duly noted.
I would say Norm's the best ever at awkward and
he's
uncomfortable.
Awkward and uncomfortable, yes. And he's got a new book out based on a true story. That's the title of the book. It's available September 20th. Our executive producer, I am responsible for whatever it is that happens next because Norm was dangerous last segment. So, Norm, can I ask you to behave yourself within the context of Norm Macdonald behaving himself while we do these celebrity predictions, please?
Oh, yes, of course. Everything I everything I said had a quotation mark around it. It was someone else saying it.
I understand. That's right. You did say that there was somebody else saying that, and the story. You didn't get to the end of the story, right? So you were being heckled. Don't use the words again. But you were being heckled.
I'll tell you. The end of the story was a criminally insane guy made his way to the stage and started biting my leg. and that worked really good.
Okay, so that's
none of my jokes were working. I remember one joke. I go, "How many of you guys have an answering machine?" And this guy goes, "None of us." And the guard goes, "Tuesday's the day for any complaints, Kowalski, and you know it." I'm like, "Oh." He goes, "Pipe down, let the man speak." I'm like, "This isn't going good."
I love a set ending with you being bitten. Will you guys quit being uncomfortable in there? Come on, it's Norm Macdonald.
What is going on? No, I didn't hear what you said. I'm sorry. What did you say, sir?
It's not very funny.
Who? What's up, what do I give a fuck? No, you're saying I'm not very funny, right?
You got my money. That's okay.
How much money? How much money I got that's yours? No, honestly, I don't care. How much?
Well, a couple bucks.
Are you alone or you just by yourself?
When I'm with someone.
He's not alone, unfortunately. So what was the idea? So here's the thing. So you go, I'm gonna pay money. Go see this dude, right? Tickets probably cost a lot of money, right? So. No, that would be an awful thing. That would be an awful thing. That would be a terrible thing to do. No, I just want to understand what exactly happened. So, but anyways, you at some point in your life you thought I was funny. Because I don't got no fucking banjo or shit. So at some point in your life, you thought I was funny, right?
Weekend update, baby.
Weekend update. That's nice, thank you. So then, have you ever seen me do anything since Weekend Update? Pardon me? I'm sorry, what?
YouTube morbid bits.
I did what?
I saw a lot of YouTube morbid bits.
YouTube morbid bits? Oh, morbid. I see. And so then, did you like those?
No.
You didn't like those? Specifically about death. Is that what you mean?
Yes!
So they were clips from the, you didn't like those. So then you said, I'll come here to this show.
You said that you were better. You weren't doing the morbid stuff anymore.
Yeah, I'm not doing the morbid stuff anymore. Did I do anything more? First of all, I never said I was better. I've never used it. But have I done anything morbid, do you think?
No, Norm, I love you, baby. That's why I'm here. So shut up.
Why you tell him shut up? He should say he loved me. Well, that's nice. Thanks, man. That's cool that you love me. Because it's cool to love someone, even if you don't think they're fine. You know, you should love someone even if they disappoint you. No, I'm not going to check them out. Why would I do that? Yeah. So you know, it's nice of you to love me, even though I've disappointed you. I'm sorry I disappointed you. Because seriously, I never tried. You know. I'll try to do that. But that was nice that you said that you love me on the weekend up there. And it was so sweet that you said you love me. So I love you too, bro. Oh man, alive. We got through that all right. You gotta let people have their opinion and stuff like that. You know? Man paid a lot of money, and then he's like, what the fuck is all this shit? Morbid shit. I didn't really feel that morbid.
Love you, Norm. You rock, Norm. Where's Adam?
But let's do a morbid thing. Thank you very much. I'm very excited to be here, you know, and I was asked to host the ESPYs this year. Yeah, hi, that's my name, Espen. Thank you. Thank you very much. You're very kind. You know, in the, what's that? Oh, yeah, no. No, you're absolutely right. That is my name. What's that? Guy yells my name for no reason. Yesterday night, because I'm trying to get into fitness. So for the past 2 days, I was doing those weights and all that stuff. So then I was like, yeah, I'm going to run. And then I looked on the computer about running, and they said barefoot running was good.
Yep.
So I barefoot ran on this sidewalk, and then I cut my foot. And then I had to walk back like a half a mile with a cut foot, so now my foot's all weird.
Yeah, that doesn't. They are saying that barefoot running is the way to go. In fact, they have these ridiculous shoes that protect the bottom of your foot, but each individual toe. But I've thought that often. If you're a man from the Western world, your feet are not exposed that much to rocks and glass. It's not like in Kenya where they run for
That's what Steve was
30
saying.
miles. Yeah. So we're very susceptible to what is on the ground. You could end up with tetanus. You could step on something infected with something. My suggestion to you would be to run with shoes.
That's what Steve's worried about because I just put some water on it, but my feet are still
water.
My feet are still filthy.
Oh yeah,
like the bottom of them look like homeless guys' feet.
Oh really? Now, have you bathed since the run?
I soaked it, but it's the black it's deep, that black. Whatever
like tar and asphalt.
Yeah. It's dug into your skin now.
Yeah.
So you're getting very much into fitness because we taught you. By the way, you were great when we talked to you on the phone. Unfortunately, the guy producing it didn't have your voice in any of it, so we couldn't play it.
Really?
Yeah, but you were. But so if any of this seems redundant, I apologize. I'm sorry that you had to get up to do that. Norm Macdonald, by the way, 2 shows tonight at the Wilbur Theater. You can get tickets at thewilbur.com or call Ticketmaster at 1-800-745-3000. So since when and why has exercise become this passion of yours?
3 days ago.
Yeah. Like what occurred to you where you're like, you know what, I need to start running outside and lifting weights and researching this stuff?
Well, I had these weights that somebody gave to me a long time ago, and so I was lifting those for a couple days. I was starting to feel really good. Then I went for a swim, and then that was like the night before last, and then I was like, yeah, everything's going to be different now. It was horrible. So you're working out now and stuff, right?
Yeah, how about you?
I worked out a couple times. I liked it when I was young. I didn't have, you didn't have to work out. You were just in good shape.
All
you know
the
what I'm saying?
time,
Yeah. And I was in my best shape back then. I think I was seriously, when I was like, when I was 1. That's when
You reached your peak when you were 1.
My God, I look great. You wouldn't know me now. You see me back then. I was young and fresh.
I can imagine.
Even for my age, people would come up to me and go, what, you 0?
I don't work out. I'm a weak man. You know that, Dennis.
Well, listen, you and I were on the Mount Olympus of weakness.
And not just physically.
Oh, no, in every way.
In every single way. So, I told the guy that, and he said he couldn't do anything except for the physical part. But I don't know if he was the best trainer anyway. He was smoking a butt the whole time.
No, that's not good.
That's just a joke. He was a big guy. And but I told him, I said, look, I don't want be big like you. I don't want veins. I have no use for that in my arms, or abs. I don't want abs. I don't even know quite what they are. All I know is they were invented around the 80s. And I don't even know what you do when you get them. You know what I mean? Because you got to wear a shirt. You just go to work and go, hey, you want to see these things on my belly? Everybody's like, no. But so I told the guy, I said, I'm here for one reason only. I want to have one hot ass.
Now, folks, I don't like to brag, but like Schwarzenegger, I did a little bodybuilding back in the day, too. But I'm guessing you guys wouldn't want to see that, though, would you? Okay, all right, sure. Let's hope that doesn't live on the YouTube forever, long after I'm dead, out of context.
Some days we get closer, things that we never really needed, promises that we never thought of keeping safe. I guess it's never over if we never got a chance.
I never worked out or anything like that because, I always felt like, you can't, like if you're a dude, you can't really, the ladies don't seem to care, at least that's what they say. And then also, I don't think you can get like a perfect body. I think if you're a lady, you can get a perfect body. But if you're a dude, I don't think you can get like a perfect body on account of you got like every dude seems to have one of those like a sack, a sack, right? And so, no matter how perfect your body is, if you got a sack, it doesn't look very good. You don't have a good-looking body, basically. No matter what. You show me any dude, go, hey, look at that guy's body. I go, good God, what's that fucking thing? That guy's got a sack on him. It's not a good-looking body. You ever see a guy with a good-looking sack? You know, you hear a guy go, "Hey, Bob, you know what your best feature is?" Me and the guys were talking about it. Your sack. Holy Lord, that's... You doing something different with your sack lately or something? God damn, it looks good. Good-looking sack you're toting around there, I'm telling you. Right? You can't work out on that or anything. You got no machine, you got no sack of steel. They're just giving up on that, man. That's why I'm surprised the fucking those plastic surgeons. Why are they working on the sack, man? Guy goes like, "Man, I got a little thing here, a line under my eye. I'm gonna get that taken care of." Meanwhile, huge ancient old sack hanging out. Yeah, that's my problem, man. That eye thing. That little crow's feet there, man. I get rid of them, and I'll be good. Sack's old too, man. That's older than you, your sack. I don't know how that worked out. You know what I mean? You have a dude like 25, his sack's like 100 years old. Right? Sometimes you turn to it for advice. You ever do that? You go, right? You go, "What would you do, wise old sack?" You know? He's like, "I tell you something, son. You see old guys sack like that. Old guys sacks are really old because they're like 80. Their sack's like 400 or 500 years old. It's like a fucking old, like a tree or something. It's not like a tree, but trees are old. I read that in a book. My other friend was mentally retarded. Now, I know you're not supposed to say that anymore, but that's what we said then, you know, and I understand that term. You know, it means that you're arrested. Your mental capacity has been retarded or arrested. So, anyways, I'll say Down syndrome. I don't care. I didn't say it for a long time on account of I thought people would think I was a doctor, and I'd have to hit their knee with a hammer or something. I don't know. But anyways, I love, my best friend had Down syndrome, you know? I love people with Down syndrome. I wish I had Down syndrome. And I'll tell you why, because they're happy. You know what I mean? They're happy. What's wrong with that? Man, I wish I was happy, you know? I was happy when I was with my friend. I'll tell you that. I would love to have a friend right now, because how often are you happy? You ever be happy? It happens once in a while, you know? With me, it's usually when I wake up. You know, I wake up, I go, goddamn. I'm glad I bought that Tempur-Pedic pillar. That was the best purchase I ever made. But then the light comes under the door and bathes over you, and then your life comes in and gets all over you like a cobweb. You're like, God damn, huh? That's not fun. But you ever go into the mirror and look at yourself? I'm not talking about physically, but just eye to eye. You know, and you go, oh, good God, what's become of me? I'm gonna go back to bed and cover myself up. That's when I would like to have a mentally retarded friend next to me, a guy with Down syndrome, to go, I like bananas. And I go, God damn, I never looked at it that way. I like bananas too. You go, they're yellow. I go, God damn, you're right, they are yellow. Ha! What say you and me go buy a yellow banana? See, people get mad at me, and yet, you know, they pity them. I envy people with Down syndrome, you know? And they pity them. Now, who's the bad person in that scenario? I tell you right now, man, if there was some sort of injection where I could be Down syndrome, I'd take it because I'd love to be happy all the time, you know? And some people go, oh, they're mentally retarded people aren't always happy. I go, well, I never seen, you know, like you ever see a cynical Down syndrome guy, you know? You ever see a guy go, fuck bananas, they're yellow, I don't care. Who cares? I never seen it. But happiness, the thing we strive the most, people pity these people that have it, you know? Like they'll look over a group of people with Down syndrome and go, "Oh man, look, breaks my heart when I see them. You know why? They're happy, right? It's on account of they don't understand life's horrors." Makes me sad. Makes me shake my head, sadly, like this year. And you know the saddest part of all? There's no cure. They'll probably die happy. I did a stupid thing one time.
Okay, he's ready to talk.
This was my big. This was my big statement. I threw over at Atlantic City on the boardwalk. I threw 60,000 into the ocean.
What? No way.
Yeah, to quit. That was my thing. I'm going to quit.
Why didn't you just quit and keep the 60?
It was supposed to be like I felt like I was in a movie.
Wow.
That was a symbolic kind of a thing. Like, was it money or chips?
That was money.
It was money?
Holy shit.
I said chips, and he goes, what's that?
Wait, so you threw 60 grand, because you had a moment where you're like, this is cleansing, this is like, to the ocean, I committed.
The same way a drug addict would throw his drugs into the ocean.
Right.
How long after it left your hand did you regret it?
I regretted it pretty good.
See, I would have thrown the fucking dealer into the... That's how I would get over it.
I'm
Those
always surprised
stone-faced idiots.
I'm surprised that people, like dealers, don't get...
Killed.
Hey, so I was at the fight. I was at the Pacquiao.
Yeah.
And I almost made a bet. Yeah. I almost made a bet that it would go the distance in Mosley's favor. Almost.
Wow.
But I was a little bit afraid. Tell everybody what your bet was, Norm.
I bet Pacquiao to win. 25,000 to win 3,000.
Wait a minute. How is that possible? You put down $25,000.
Yeah.
Maybe lose 25,000 to win 3.
Yeah. But I won 3.
What? Was it that it would a knockout or what was the actual bet?
It was just that he would win. But I got scared because like I was so happy when Mosley went down, and then all of a sudden he got up. And then I was scared because, one punch can end it at any moment,
Yeah.
And no, that's the most money I ever put on a fight. And also, I don't know nothing about boxing.
What did you go by? The commercials or his karaoke singing or? How did you pick Pacquiao?
Well, usually I kind of went against my instincts on this one because usually I pick the bigger, blacker guy. But in this instance, I met him, Pacquiao, and he seemed unbeatable.
Yeah, he is.
Pound for pound.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the other guy weighed more pounds.
Now, have you ever lost? Have you ever been devastated and lost like a big bet?
I've lost everything I own 3 times.
Tapped out?
Yeah. That happened to me 3 times, but since I've gotten control of it since. But one time, man, actually, after you lose everything, sometimes you kind of feel good. It's odd. But you feel like clean. You go, hey, man, I feel all right, But
my car's gone. My house is gone. You know what? I'm all right. I'm cleansed. I don't have my watch anymore.
But one time I had nothing left. I went up to my room, and I was like, I walked by the Coca-Cola machine. I love Coca-Cola, Yeah. So I said, I'm going to have a frosty Coca-Cola, But I only had 65 cents to my name, right? And it costs $1. So I hatch this plan. I'll go down to the nickel slots, and I'll make myself $1. So I go down there with my 65 cents. I'm putting in nickels, and it took an hour and a half, and I get up to 95 cents 8 times. And I never broke $1. And then later I think they would have given me a free drink.
Yeah, right. All you got to do is, cocktails. Yeah.
That's, by the way, how you know you're not good in gambling. When you have a gambling problem is when the guys start giving you things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because when you first go, you're like, hey, man, the pit boss just offered me some free meat. You know, that's a nice fella. You know, and then you realize he's only doing it because you're a sap. But man, I would go in. I'd bet so much money. At the end of the thing, the guy would be like, "You want some meat? Anything to keep me in the casino? Hey, some beef. Hey, want to have sex with my wife? Anything? You know."
Someone told me something amazing about you, that the movie Rounders, which is about underground gambling, was based on your life.
Oh, no.
Is that true? That they followed you around?
No one told
I didn't
you
say that.
I did. I got that information.
I know that guy who wrote it likes Norm.
Is that in my Wikipedia?
You know, Brian Koppelman likes you, the
and
writer
that
of
he
that.
followed Norm around, and Norm would go play poker at a lot of
In
these
the middle of
underground
the
couples
night,
in the
yeah.
middle of the night.
That's true.
And it's actually a documentary on Norm's life.
No, it's not.
It is.
But I would go to the same club where it was where they did Rounders, and this was before Rounders. Yeah.
Why would you play poker?
When I was a kid, I played backgammon. I was good at backgammon.
But why would you play poker at an underground club when you could go to, let's say, Vegas or Atlantic City and play poker? Why would you go underground? What is the
Because I was
appeal?
only a little kid. I was just a kid.
Oh, you were a kid.
And
oh, I
one
thought
is,
you...
well, no, but one is 2 blocks away in Manhattan. You know,
Oh, I see.
Me and Norm went to a week. The second time I was on your show ever with Norm, we were in one of those clubs all night long.
Right.
And we came right from the club.
Did you get your clock clean? Did you lose a lot of money?
I lost all my money immediately, so I had to start. I had to start shooting pool. There was this all gambling going on. So I shot 8-ball until like 6:30 in the morning with a guy, and I lost $800 doing that.
Right.
And then Norm, I lost about $2,000 at the tables. Norm played poker, and then
Did Norm win?
We just
Hey,
made
one time a guy tried to hustle me at pool.
Are you good at pool?
Norm's good at pool.
No,
I mean, you're
no, not very good. But it was just we're just playing like bar pool, like we're drunk. We're all drunks. This was when I was young, you know.
But you play for a lot of money.
No. This is when I had no money.
Yeah, okay.
So I'm playing this fucking. Oh yeah, right.
Yeah, you're okay.
When I'm playing this fucking pool hall, and this big giant black guy. It doesn't matter what color he was.
Yeah. All right, but it helps the story. Giant black
like
guy.
Forrest Whitaker in The Color of Money.
In The Color of Money. Yeah. So he comes. No, but he's dressed like he has all this stuff, and he has 2 girls with him. You know, and I'm all drunk. I'm like an idiot. You know, with my friends playing pool. So he goes, "I'm next," you know. So he puts his like fucking 4 quarters down, and so then he goes, "Here, let's play." So the guy, he has his own stick, you know.
Oh boy, you're in for trouble.
Yeah.
Then.
So we're playing, and he's missing by only like a millimeter every time, you know. But I win, I beat him handily, but like he's the worst hustler ever, right? So we play for $1. So then he goes, "Now we're playing." He goes, "Now we're playing for $100. Like it goes up to 100 from 1, and I just beat him every fucking. So I go, "No, I'm not. What? I go, I'm not playing.
I'm taking my $4
I'm all
and going
drunk,
home.
you know. I go, I'm ahead $1. I was kind of an idiot.
Yeah.
I go, I'm ahead $1. You know. I'm not playing you anymore. Ah! And so the guy goes, he's all mad. So then another guy played, and then stupidly I gave my friend advice. And then the big giant guy hit me with the cue across my head.
Wow.
And I looked up, and the cue stick was right in my head, and he goes, "I break people's bones for a living, motherfucker."
Why? Oh, whoa, you're kidding me.
Yeah, that was
He
my
sounds
story.
like Football Williams, that guy.
I was like that.
Oh. But Norm,
So that was my story about my
Norm,
pool hustling days.
You should keep that one to yourself, the pool hustling story. But Norm, shouldn't tell that on radio. Yeah. But Norm, I don't understand something. You go to these underground clubs and you play these cards, and it's a lot of money. You're talking about a couple of grand, right? You're talking about maybe
I lost
20,
a
30
couple of grand.
You're talking
It's got
20.
160 million. It's like, you're talking about. It's like when Johnny Carson tried to be like, "What's a loaf of bread cost nowadays? Is this crazy?"
No, I'm saying I got news for you.
It's like $2,000. It's like $2,000.
I wouldn't gamble $100.
Yeah, but he's not a gambler. I've seen Howard get mad over $10.
I don't like to gamble. I find it insulting. That, in other words, I find making money, is a very, especially where I grew up, is a very hard thing for a lot of people, and it's a tough thing. And to just piss it away in a gambling situation,
My old man felt the same way.
offends me. And
my father would think that too.
Right, but you play for big bucks, right? I mean,
No,
20, 30 grand a clip,
I'm
right?
trying my best.
Well, you don't remember what happened with this place when we were there all night.
Yeah, tell the truth.
And we were there. I don't know what Norm played that night. He was playing all night. I lost $2,000 myself, But so
We came here and Norm accidentally said the name of the place.
Oh, fuck.
Do you remember that, Norm?
Yes, because the guy did not care for that.
A guy called up and said, "Yeah, listen, Norm, like later in the afternoon, he said, listen, we appreciate you coming here, but we don't have a fucking publicity department.
We're not looking for customers.
Not looking for that.
Can I say the name of the place? It's not
The
there.
Mayfair.
No, don't say it.
It's not there anymore.
The Mayfair. It's
They-
not there
they
anymore.
closed
No,
it.
it's a famous place now.
Yeah.
The Mayfair.
Yeah.
But Norm, I think Howard's right in the sense that guy Koppelman, who wrote Rounders, he's a good guy. I know him too.
Yeah.
He likes you.
No, he
and
was there
sorta
all the
hung
time.
around.
Yeah, he played at where.
Well, why couldn't it be his own story if he
I
was there?
I might be involved. I knew a guy that was in the movie, Joey Bagels.
Yeah, what I hear is that it was based on you.
Yeah.
Legitimately,
He would
yeah.
watch Norm while he played.
Is it true you're betting English Premier League soccer or some sort of weird?
I have bet soccer. That's not a lot of fun because
no, it doesn't sound
it's
like
90 minutes.
Yeah.
20 minutes into it, you're down 1-0. You're in a lot of trouble.
Right.
The chance of them tying it up, let alone winning, they only have 70 minutes left.
So what other stuff did you wager on?
I wagered on.
Is that the weirdest? You bet on tennis?
Oh yeah, I bet tennis.
Golf? Obviously golf.
Yeah, I bet everything.
What do you do? What's your strategy for golf?
I made a lot of money betting against Tiger when he was. They had a weird bet in Vegas for a while when Tiger was so dominant. It was anybody but Tiger.
Oh, I like that. And the odds were always skewed because they know that people always thought Tiger was going to win.
Right. So the odds would be you get him at 1-2 or something like that.
Yeah.
Because everybody would go into the sports book like tourists and go, hey, I can bet on Tiger plus that pays 2.5 to 1. That's a good deal, you know.
That's what how they also get the Red Sox and the Cubs fans that way.
Oh,
it's like if Daniel goes to Vegas, he's got some family member or something saying, hey, when you're there, can you put 20 in the Red Sox for me?
Yeah.
Those are the two teams that everybody does that for, so they jack the odds really low. And also the other
how
thing
do they know which team is going to play?
Because they know
which team's going to show up.
Their goal with the futures.
Oh, you mean not if they're playing each other, but
no, yeah, the future, the World Series.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, put 20 in.
Oh, yeah, of course, the odds would be low. Yeah.
And the other team they do that with, the Lakers.
Right.
Because you get so much people driving in from Los Angeles to Vegas, so they know they can skew the odds.
Yeah, that makes
basically
sense.
toward the Lakers.
Hey, what about this? What if I always wondered this. You know, when you drive from Vegas from Los Angeles to Las Vegas?
Yeah, usually.
And then there's that thing where you hit the Vegas border.
Yeah.
And it's a casino, right? I don't know what that town's called, but as soon as you cross.
It's that town. It's like for people who have such bad gambling problems, they can't wait to get to Las Vegas. I got to pull off now and bet. I can't.
But don't you think it's happened where like a person has flown in from some former country, got to L.A., driven, seen that, figured it was Vegas.
Oh, and just spent like the weekend there?
Yeah, and then came home.
Does that have a rock in the name? It's like something rock or rock
yeah,
something.
Yeah, it is rock something.
Red Rock or
Little Rock, Arkansas. Oh my God!
Explain to me.
Daniel's not exactly Watson over here.
What's the most you ever bet on a sporting event?
Oh my God. I don't know, probably 100,000 or something like that.
Wait, what game?
It was actually the worst beat of the century. It was pretty bad. The Mets, I had the over, which I think was 7, and no, 6.5. I'm sorry, it was 6.5, and the game was tied 2-2. And I think Ventura was the batter.
Wait, the Grand Slam?
Yeah, the one-run Grand Slam. You know that one?
Yeah.
It was tragic. And I remember Costas at the time because it was just bedlam. And he goes, "I don't think those will count," you know. And I'm like, "Oh, Costas must have."
He had the under.
He must have. He was pretty happy about it.
But did you bet with Artie Lang when you would hang out with him?
Yeah. Artie and I bet a lot together. We enabled each other.
People often say that if you play a round of golf with somebody, you can find everything you need to know about a guy. If I said, could you find out that same amount of information as to how competitive, does he cheat, fun guy, does he have beers, smoke cigars? Could you have that same kind of feeling about a guy playing poker?
Well, not as much because, lying's part of the game and so forth. Golf, I completely agree with you.
You can
when
find
I play
out.
golf, I count every stroke, and it maddens me, when people don't.
What got you
I read
interested?
a thing in Golf Digest once. Actually, it was Jack Nicklaus, Gerald Ford, and Jimmy. What's his name? Clinton were playing a round of golf, and it was really funny because Clinton, allegedly a scratch player, just cheated the whole time. And so, he'd be in the woods and everything, and he was one of these guys who'd get up on the green and then start counting after, give me a birdie, give me a bogey or whatever. And the other guys were just fuming about it,
I did not cheat.
I did not.
What was the biggest bet you ever made?
Oh, God almighty. I don't know. One time, the most I lost in one night, because 3 times I've lost everything that I've ever had.
How do you do that? I mean, not morally, but I mean, like, how do you
physically do it?
Well, yeah. I mean, like, you make one more. Like, what is the process of that? What's the evolution?
It's funny because it's the only time I ever went to a psychiatrist, he said, I was like, because it was for gambling. I was like, how the fuck do I get out of this? And he's like, oh, you gamble to avoid life, and I'm like, but my thing was, well, isn't that why you do everything in life, is to fucking avoid it? You know what I mean? Like, it's
too painful.
Yeah. Like, why do you? So I said, but it's painful to think about, but because now it would be nice to have the money, but you just lose it by it's just like any escape, I guess. Because I was never a drug or alcohol guy, but like when I watch a game and I have a bunch of money on it, then I can understand what's going on. Nothing's ambivalent or anything about it,
And there's stakes.
There's stakes. You know exactly the rules.
Yeah.
You're completely involved, and you're completely escaped from your life.
Yeah.
Of the real.
Yeah.
The real fear. My biggest problem is ruminating about death. If I could get over that somehow.
And you do that regularly?
I read fucking books about it and shit.
So, like, you still haven't walked me through losing everything.
Well, how you do it? Physically?
Yeah, because you've got a house, you had a lot of money saved up, and then so you make one bet, and then you realize you're about to lose everything. Do you make phone calls to people saying, like, I just need a little more? I mean,
well, you kind of at the end of it, it's happening. I guess it's like I've never had substance abuse problems, but I guess it's like people that know they're going to hit bottom, and kind of want it.
Yeah.
Because it does it's exhausting.
Yeah.
To be obsessed with something.
Right.
So you are, I guess, trying to do it, trying to finish it off.
Right.
Finally. Because if you have $450,000 in the bank, whatever the fuck it was, and then you lose $400,000, you go, fuck it. I don't want to fucking have $50,000.
Right.
To remind me that I don't want money to remind me that I had more money.
So that's how you do it.
So that's how you do it.
On my YouTube page is a thing that says Mark Norman on Norm Macdonald. It's like 30 minutes of somebody compiled me blowing Norm and just made it a video. So that's where if you wanna hear me talk about him, it's there. And just watch. There's a great channel.
I saw he retweeted one of your jokes not too long ago.
I reposted it on Instagram. It meant the world to me. Yeah, he has a YouTube page called I'm Not Norm, and whoever made it is like some super fan, and it's so well done, and it's got all the best shit. So check that out. I'm Not Norm.
There's a videotape which will really sum up Norm that you can find on YouTube, where it's Norm shits on his producer. And some lunatic compiled all the times Norm has said crazy things about me. But one of the clips I was watching yesterday, and I can be filthy on your show, right, Adam?
Go ahead.
He said that my wife Diane demanded that I spit in her face during sex, and would imagine she was blowing a large African American man. He told Gilbert Gottfried this on the show.
I have visions of your name side by side on a wedding cake. You, Shelley, will be with Norm for the rest of your life.
I'm not Norm.
You're not?
Well, maybe I'm not the norm. I'm not camera friendly. I don't wear clothes that fit me.
I'm not Norm Macdonald. I don't even know who Norm Macdonald is. I'm Kevin Nealon, and that's news to me.
We've been down this road together. We've been seeing the colors fade.
I was in Montreal at that restaurant. Cochon de whatever, petit, something de cochon.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I do.
Like
A pig.
Yeah, the pied de cochon.
Yeah.
Right. They make their own head cheese. And I'm like, really? Why would anyone? I thought that was garbage meat. But no, they're making it right out of the head. You can order a whole pig's head there.
You can?
You can eat for two.
Ugh. I was in Cambodia once. I ate a brain. It was brain.
Really?
Yeah, mine was stupid. Now,
Zuckerberg says he's only eating his own meat that he kills now. Have you read that?
With his bare hands.
Yeah.
Zuckerberg?
The kid's a monster.
He tries to do one thing to alter his modern lifestyle every year. And this year he says he's only going to eat meat that he's actually killed. And I was wondering, what are you adhering to
I'm
lately?
a vegetarian, a strict vegetarian.
No, have you done that?
Well, I eat chicken.
Well, it's not all that.
That's not vegetarian.
I'm not. I said I'm not strict. I eat chicken and
steaks
beef.
and
Pork. I ate raw game. Did you ever eat? It's not dead yet.
No, you're
and
over
you
that.
eat it, and as you're eating it, their death throes are making you hungrier.
There's nothing.
That's better than a soybean.
Yeah, you're right.
Which sounds better, that or soybean?
Listen, some of the best meals I've had is that Mongolian thing over at Dahmer's on Wednesday night. Literally, we ate a Mongolian.
Did I tell you I ate a live fish in real life?
No.
Yeah, I was at a sushi restaurant, and the guy's like Japanese. Mm-hmm. And so I go, I eat just sashimi, like raw fish. Mm-hmm. I don't eat with rice or anything like that.
Yeah.
I'm trying to impress him. So he goes, you eat live fish? I go, yeah. Even though I don't. And he goes,
never think he's going to call you on it.
Yeah, and I go, plus it sounds kind of cool. Mm-hmm. And he goes, I get you live fish. I go, thanks, man. Like I was an inside guy, and then he brought out a fish and hit it and knocked it out and put it on a stick. It was live. And that clears out a sushi bar. A lot of people, the girl I was in was barfing in a bathroom, and the only people interested was the guy, the Japanese sociopath guy, and all the Mexican help. They were all like looking like I'd eat it, and so I had to cut it. And then they leave the fish that's on the skeleton that looks like the one Sylvester found on a garbage thing. Mm-hmm. To move. It's moving and like a dead bobblehead, and you had to put water in its mouth to keep it alive so you could watch it die as you ate. It was a nice meal.